ecological issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
All right, folks, you should be receiving my transmission. Testing. Let me come in close and be the dude. Folks, testing. All right, here we are. We're going to do a little bit of an open stream, an impromptu. I was hoping to do this a day or two ago, but I just got too friggin' busy. I'm getting too old. I got to have naps and stuff. I was just too beat. Couldn't do it. Boy, oh boy. But here we are. I thought, what the hell? I'll put out a link here shortly if anybody wants to come up and give their 2 cents of what's been going on. And I'm going to need some people to fill me in because I'm getting caught up here. So if anything interesting's went on today, by all means, let me know later and we'll try to cover it. So as I said, I'll put the link out there. We'll post it. We'll pin it. If anybody wants to come on up, we can do that. Folks, there's been a lot of stuff going on. You had a great nap today. Well, that's good. Me too. My sleep schedule. I was on holidays, and I usually work nights, so switching back. But man, I've been waking up super early, getting a bunch of shit done, and then by the time I have dinner, supper, wherever you may be in the world, whatever you call it, I mean, I'm due for a nap. Then I wake back up, then I'm up all night. Because that's how I roll. But folks, thank you for being here with me. I'm just waiting for a few more people to get in. Let me get my sufficiencies fancified a little bit here. Pardon me, folks. Lots of stuff going on. And of course, I'm competing tonight. Well, it should be over, if not by now, very soon, the RNC convention. I know that's a hot one. So, speaking of that, we got Trump with the bandage on his ear and that whole thing going on. Holy jumpins', folks. What a world we live in. What a world that we live in. And I'm sure John and Vaughn have lots to say on that matter. We're going to check out some Rev and Shanny tonight. And Shanny is back. I haven't watched anything from those knuckleheads, but we're going to go over to Graveyard Flowers. We're going to check some of that out. We got some clips from Nats in the Pizza. We got to catch up on. And we'll just kind of freestyle it. See where the evening goes. Folks, thank you once again for being here. If you don't mind, please thumbs it up. All that good stuff. It's been a while since I used StreamYard, so bear with me. We'll see what we got. We'll see what we got cooking, folks. Let's get this thing set up here. This fucking thing. All right. Now, when I do it one way, I always get echo, but I'm thinking if I share the tabs and it shares the tab audio, I shouldn't get echo. As long as my Trudeau internet holds out. All right. You should be seeing that. Let's do it a little bit like this. All right. So let's back it up a bit. This is one I think I meant to show in my last stream, but I might have left out, where he's blaming Candace, I guess, for the kids being gone, because I can only imagine if only she was there. If only she was there. So let's kick it off with that, folks. We'll make sure everything's working. This is a test run. This is a dry run, folks. I hope you're not dry. And what I mean by that is you got yourself a drink. I got myself one of my frozen specials. Basically a glorified smoothie with lots of vodka in it. That's good stuff right there. Healthy. You got to think healthy, folks. But I'm just kind of scanning through the comments. Okay. Well, let's do it. Let's start back here.
Yeah, I don't know why Candace. I mean, it's.
Can you guys hear it?
It should be 7 in the morning where she's at.
Let me know.
Which is kind of early, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know why she don't hang out with us, man. That's not, I don't want to hang out with us. Don't want to be with us. Well, she doesn't want to face the fact that I was right. See, had she been here, they wouldn't have took the kids. And that's the truth. There's no way to get out of that. If she had been here, even if she had been here as a
And
runner,
she wouldn't have been robbed of the scammer either. She would
well, I was going to bring that up. Not only would they not been able to have taken my kids because it would have been somebody physically here, but she also wouldn't have got scammed by the scammer, and she'd still have her money. So, I mean, that's the truth. That's the absolute truth. And, I guess she just doesn't want to face that truth, but sorry, it's still the truth, whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not, it's still the truth. You wouldn't have got scammed out of that $10,000, and my kids would still be here to this very day because there would have been someone here to help me keep the place squared away. There would have been nothing they could have done. And the kids really like Candace. That's the sad part. The kids really like Candace.
Now, some people are wondering about this comment right here I see in the chat that the kids really like Candace. To be fair, when he was trying to woo her, apparently he did bring the kids into like Skype calls to meet what he was hoping would be the prospective mummy, which she was never on board with. Let's be clear about that. But anyways, in any event, folks, that's what he's referring to. And this is reminiscent. I was actually thinking about this. This is weird. I was thinking about this the other day. If those of you who have went back long enough, you'll remember this. Vonhelton initially blamed the kids, not initially, but somewhere during the whole 12 or 13 times the kids went away, he was blaming the fact that he couldn't get, the trolls were impeding his progress on finding multiple wives because they told him if they just had more adults there to look after the kids, that they wouldn't have been taken away. Folks, they had his mom, Vaughn, and Mouse with 3 kids. 3 adults there was not enough. Thank you very much for that, Mo. I do appreciate it. Vaughn will never be held accountable for anything. Will he? I don't know. I'm going to say this. I would never trade lives with Vaughn if that's any consolation. You know what I mean? Vaughn can have it. That's all I'm going to say. But you remember that? So apparently 3 adults on the property were not enough to take care of 3 children. They needed just more. They needed someone to like sweep and mop and do the dishes because apparently, Vaughn on his night shift was too busy doing like 8-hour streams to do any housework and keep his kids. So anyway, I just a little something. It's a little something I like to bring up.
They liked her.
They did.
And see, if she had been here, they wouldn't have took them. They wouldn't have been able to, because she would have kept the house clean, and they wouldn't have been able to have anything to say. Well, the trolls, them kids never got a shower. They never got a bath. They took a bath every night.
That's bullshit. He's lying. But that aside, you realize when Vaughn says shit like this, he's basically conceding he was like incapable of looking after the kids. Like every time he uses like, well, I was disabled. I couldn't pick up the stuff. I couldn't do this every day. Yes, Vaughn. Just like, and we've seen it in real action with your dogs, right? The dogs was a stark parallel to what would have happened if the kids stayed there. I'm convinced of that. You can't keep animals alive because you're inept, and by your own words, you're unable. You're even saying if we had one more adult, someone who would actually do the work, the kids would have been okay. Yeah, well, no shit, Sherlock. The problem is you can't. Sorry, I know I'm preaching to the choir, folks. So let's just play the video.
It's a lie. Well, yeah, and see, that lie is perpetrated by Clay County to this very day. Oh, you sent your kids to school covered in urine and feces. No, I fucking did not. And if they're covered in urine and feces, it happened at that school building. I would never send my kids to school like that. Are you fucking insane?
Yeah.
I would never
You're
send my kids.
You're not that
to
type
school.
of person.
No,
I know you too well to do that.
Well, yeah. You know, I mean, I still don't have my disability, my SSI, or my VA, because Robert Stivers, the lawyer for the Frost. Hey, Governor Bashir, you listening? Hey, Attorney General, you listening? The Frost's attorney, Robert Stivers, called over to Corbin and told him not to give me my disability, my SSI, or my VA. And I even had a lawyer. I had Isaacs and Isaacs as my lawyer. Mr. Bashir, Mr. Attorney General, whose name escapes me at the moment. I had an attorney. And Stivers calls over to Corbin and tells him not to give me my VA, my disability, or my SSI. Sure did. That's a fact. That's not opinion. That's a fact. He also called up to London. He called up to London and shut off my food stamps. He called over to Jackson Energy and cut off my electric. He called Manchester Water and shut off my water. This man's out of control. He's totally out of control. And the bitch of it is that he's defending a convicted criminal named Larry Frost. One of the Frosts is an actual convicted criminal. He beat the shit out of 2 women. And then they put him in charge of my mother. A wife beater.
That should have never been allowed to happen.
A twice convicted wife beater was put in charge of a 91-year-old elderly woman. Are you listening, Mr. Bashir? Because there might be a quiz later.
And they knew about that, right? They knew about it.
And they had to know. They had to know. When a police brings up the name Larry Frost, that shit had to come up on the computer. Record. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When they put Larry Frost in that computer in that cruiser, that criminal record had to pop up. That should have been up
like a Christmas tree, that cruiser.
It should have. It should have. But yet nobody said a word. Nobody said a fucking word about it. You know, rumor has it, the rumor from Larry Frost himself, by the way, rumor has it is everybody's been paid off. And that's why nothing ever got done. It's because everybody got paid off. Yeah, them damn white dogs is back, so it's causing trouble.
They knew you were the Punisher, man.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Okay, so you that crazy lady with the white dogs. Now, what's the update?
Well, the dog, I didn't see the lady, but I did see the dogs. So, I don't know. But I just, you know.
Now you have permission from your local government to put the dogs down if they attack,
yes,
right?
I do, but I ain't got no damn pistols. The fucking Frost stole all my pistols. And yeah, shame on the state of Kentucky. I called the state of Kentucky police and said, hey, 2 men stole my pistols out of my house, and they didn't even bother to send a cruiser down here to check it out. Are you listening, Governor? Hey, Governor Bashir, are you listening? The state police wouldn't even send a cruiser down here after 2 men stole guns out of my house, which is an automatic felony in the state of Kentucky. They wouldn't even send a cruiser. Well, the thing of it is, they didn't send a cruiser. They didn't bother sending a cruiser down here. They didn't even bother getting a statement. Nothing. And see, that's not right. That's not right. Are you listening, Mr. Attorney General? Kentucky State Police didn't send a cruiser when I told them that 2 men had come into my home and stole my guns right out of my damn house. Well, the thing of it is, it's an automatic felony. Stealing guns out of a house is an automatic felony in Kentucky. There should have been. I should have had an army of cruisers here, and they should have went down there and got my damn guns back. But nobody came. Nobody showed up. Nobody showed up. Exactly. What if they shoot somebody with them guns, and then try to pin it on me? They very well could. They very well could.
People running around with fucking guns.
Well, nobody seems to care. I put the guns. The guns were listed.
guns?
The guns were listed in several court dockets. The guns were listed, and so the sheriff ain't done anything. County police ain't done anything. Nobody's done anything. Manchester police, nobody's done anything. Nobody's done anything about recovering my guns. Now you got to go to circuit court. Wait a minute, why? They either stole my guns or they didn't. Why the hell do I need to go to a court?
Isn't that criminal? Isn't the cops supposed to deal with that, not you?
I thought the cops were supposed to deal with that. Why is everybody waiting on my happy ass? If somebody breaks the law, you're supposed to arrest them, I thought. But I guess everybody's waiting on me to do something. It's like, what the hell?
All right. So let's move along here. Let's go back, try to do them in order. So that's the Candace situation. Now this brings us up to the 7th of July. I thought we did see this one. I thought we did see that one. Squatter Gone. These are a lot of them that we have kind of watched. But they're all relatively short. What the hell? We'll pick it up with the second part too. I know we did do this in my last stream, but the next one is new. What the heck? That's how we're going to roll, folks. I'll put the link out shortly.
What do you got there, man?
I have here the end of my squatter that is occupying my rental property and preventing me from renting it out is going to go to jail. Supposedly they have outstanding warrants in Ohio even. So when they
all those people out of there and those places were rented and stuff. Which property?
Well, here's the thing.
Open?
Well, hold on. She took my lease, whited out the rest of it, and made it look like all she has to pay is $100 a month. So that's a forgery right there. That's a crime. But then she was belligerent. She's belligerent with neighbors. I spoke with the neighbors. They said she was belligerent with them. That's also a crime. She changed the locks, which is a violation of her lease.
If she's got warrants, she's done. They're going to pick her up and they're going to arrest her. That means she's going to be placed under arrest no matter what.
No matter what. Yeah, because if she's got outstanding warrants in Ohio, I heard she not only has outstanding warrants in Ohio, but she might have outstanding warrants right here in Kentucky, that she also might have outstanding warrants in Indiana, Illinois, and West Virginia. So,
is this home the home that the boyfriend came after you and the chick was living there?
Yes.
Is that the same woman?
No. That was the little one, which is next door to it. This is the one that the Combses were staying in, and they skipped out owing me $35,000 in rent.
Boy, renting these days is a mother.
So this whole rental arc, Vaughn, the slumlord arc, is proceeding pretty much exactly as I had figured it would, folks. He's already been threatened. He's got a squatter who won't pay rent. He had to get rid of the other crackhead that had the stovepipe out the window. Like, it's a matter of time.
Motherfucker, dude.
Well, see, the Frost. Well, you got to understand what the Frost wanted.
Paying.
Well, wait a minute. You got to understand why. The reason the Frosts were telling people not to pay any rent was because they were going to bankrupt the estate. And then when the estate went into bankruptcy, they were going to pick up the estate for next to nothing.
I remember Larry telling his neck.
Well, I know for sure is they told them not to pay you the rent because you were an executor at the time of the estate, and you were going down a few days early because you were broke. You were going down before the Frost did the rounds and got the rent paid, and we're trying to collect to pay your own bills. That's actually what happened, Vaughn. Just to be clear on that, just so the record is clear.
Next door neighbor don't pay the rent because you hadn't owned the property right yet or something. I forget.
Yeah. See, that was the plan. That was the plan. Bankrupt the estate, then they go and buy the land for next to nothing. The estate,
let me ask you something. Does this woman that lived there, does she have the ability to pay the back rent? The $3,000, $5,000 or whatever?
If she doesn't, she doesn't. It's not my problem. It's a
Let's
matter
say
of
she handed you the 3,500. I'd take it because she's going to jail anyway. But
she's going to go to jail anyway once they find out she's got priors. Yeah.
she's not.
I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Odds would say she's probably not going to have it, man.
Well, here's the thing. I've got people ready to move in that will pay the rent. And, so that's, that needs to be a thing. She needs to be out of there. So I can get the people in there that do want to pay the rent.
So, you got one rental property you get money from right now. That'll make 2, right?
No, that's wrong. I've got Larry's rented out, which is bringing in money. And then I got my single wide over here that I lived in. That's bringing in money.
No shit.
And then the double wide is going to be emptied out. And I just spoke with my renter today. He says there's people that are wanting to look at the little house that the redheaded renter had. They're looking at that too. So I stand to hopefully get 2 properties rented out here very soon.
So that'll make 5 properties you got rented, or 4.
Larry's, my single wide, the double wide down the road here, and the little house. So that would be 4.
I didn't even know you had a little house. Holy shit.
Yeah. There was 3 buildings there, but the middle building was destroyed for whatever reason.
Damn, dude. You're like the fucking town boss hog.
I'm literally Baron Vonhelton. Literally.
Dude, so with all that rent, you should have a minimum of $1,000 a month coming in, or
that's the plan. That's the plan. If I get
gotta
to
upkeep
that place,
the properties though, dude. Once winter comes, if those places don't have a heat bond, they can fine you and all that shit.
well, I'm gonna hopefully get things situated to where we get some heat in those houses.
Fucking throw some wood stoves in there for now.
We'll put wood
have them
stoves
just
in
come
there.
up, get a couple of fucking chainsaws and say, look, you guys can cut as much wood down on my property as you want, and let them heat the houses that way, man. They'll do it. Trust me. If it's cold, they'll do it.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute, Vaughn. What about your rentals, though? You got all these rentals coming in and shit. You're doing good now. You got money.
No, I don't have money.
You guys need to give me money.
No, I don't have money. Not yet.
I thought that you had just fucking has all this rental shit coming in.
Well, the thing of it is that these last 2 properties are still in the air yet. Okay. The second one is just talked about at this point. Now,
Are you still getting food money?
Food stamps? Yeah. I get food stamps.
Okay, well, that's all that fucking matters,
I'm getting food
Do you
stamps.
have anything
Not
interesting to sell?
Huh?
Do you have anything interesting to sell? You have any more tractors or anything?
No, not really.
I would have liked to bought that tractor off you. On that tractor, that old Ford tractor is worth like $3,000, man. You
Well, it's gone now. That dumbass me thought it was locked up, and
does the guy live close by that bought it off you?
I don't know.
He should fucking give you something.
They took off like a bat out of hell when they found out that thing still started, because they realized they got it for next to nothing. But that's okay. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. The gods will reimburse me. Yeah, my money. Okay, well, here's the thing. Like I said, I've got Larry's rented, and I've got my trailer rented, and
that's what, $100 a month.
It's okay. My outgo is more than what I've got coming in. That's my problem.
Okay, that's most people right now.
Okay, but now hopefully when I get this double wide rented, I'll break even. I won't get ahead, but I'll break even. But now if I rent the little property next to it, then I'll be ahead a little bit. But even then, just a little bit.
Pointing to the double wide.
Well, see, here's the thing. All my fucking bills doubled overnight. My water bill went from $40 to $90. My cable bill went from $160 to $245. My electric went from $80 to $200. So all my bills have doubled and tripled, and that's why I'm not doing well. If my bills...
Well, that's what happens when you don't pay the bills, Vaughn. It's not that they went up. It's just that they've been accumulating over the last few months. Just like the single wide, he just let the internet go and just never shut it off, and then wonders why he gets a bill. Because he's an idiot.
hadn't all doubled, I would be doing okay. But they all doubled on me.
Why is your cable bill so much? You just have internet.
Well, that's a damn good question, and I need to figure it out.
So, Vaughn, tell me, okay, well, maybe you don't want people to know, but when you get all the double wide, your single's already rented, Larry's is already rented, and then the other one rented, that's 4 properties. Your potential income a month, okay, should be at least, at very minimum, $1,000.
Well, here's the problem. The
And you got
problem
to take
is,
some of that money and throw it to the side every month.
well, here's the problem.
maintenance.
The problem, okay, look, if I get all 4 properties rented,
Yep.
I will finally be in the black, but just barely. Like I said, all my bills have doubled, literally.
Okay.
And then plus you have to put money back for gasoline and
Mowing
emergencies
that
and shit like that.
lawn. Mowing the lawns in it.
Yeah, mowing the lawn, maintenance, that sort of thing. Okay, so I would just barely be in the black if I get these other 2 properties rented.
Okay, so how do you
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yes,
That's
how
what
do
they
you
do.
fix this? How do you
Well, I'm going to rent out the properties. I'm going to rent out.
And this is why he owes money on all his bills. He was just talking about being in collections. You know, anybody else, they could probably mow the lawn themselves and save money, but not Vonhelton. He can't even look at the background. Look at the floor. The guy can't even bend over to pick that up. How the hell is he going to look after these properties? And yes, the hazards of a wood stove. Yes, they can be wonderful if you do it right. But remember, the last property, that crackhead that was renting, Vaughn literally let him run a stovepipe out the window and just had something sitting on the floor burning in the middle of the living room. So we know what's going to happen. Something's going to burn down. None of this is legal. None of this is up to code. That's guaranteed why he was hesitant to get the cop. Now, since there is no lease, he still has the right to remove people. But when someone finds out, you know, whatever powers that be in Manchester find out that he's like renting illegally, it's going to hit the fan. Guaranteed he's not paying taxes. Guaranteed he's not claiming the money. So we'll see how this all plays out, folks.
Yeah, I mean, dude, maybe your rent, maybe you're not charging enough.
Well, the thing of it is, is that we're in a poor area down here.
Yeah, I know.
So I can't really charge. I mean, you know, I can't charge no $500, $600, $700, $800 a month because
Especially if you don't have heat, right?
They can't afford it. But see, the thing of it is, with that kind of a burn, he should have immediately got a potato and put a potato on it. Now, why?
Oh, here we go.
First of all, you don't want to put ice on it because.
All right, so we're up to a newer one here. This is the 15th, so just a couple days ago. We're getting the potato burn revisited. Now, if you're relatively new to Vonhelton, you may have heard whispers of this, but when Vonhelton was in trouble real bad with the CPS, he didn't want any paper trail. And of course, one of the kids was left in the shower while they did a live stream, and Mouse put it on full blast heat and burnt the kid. But instead of taking him to the hospital right away, Vonhelton put a potato on it. And hence was born the potato shaman, but that's another story. Eventually, they did have to take the child to the hospital. But of course, that was bad news for Vonhelton. So to save his own reputation with CPS, he actually used a potato to treat burns. And we're going to revisit that, folks.
But see, the thing of it is, with that kind of a burn, he should have immediately got a potato and put a potato on it. Now, why? Well, first of all, you don't want to put ice on it because that's too much of a shock to your system.
Yeah.
But if you wet a potato under cold water and put that potato on your burn, guess what? It not only sucks all the heat out of your body into the potato, but it also prevents scarring. You don't use, it says cold water, you ain't supposed to use cold water on a burn. You ain't supposed to use cold water on a burn. You're supposed to take a potato and cut it in half, put it on a burn, and the potato will draw all the heat out of the burn. Now, how do I know this? I know this because I used it on my own daughter. My daughter got scalded because Ronnie Ray, when he hooked up the damn water lines, he hooked them up wrong. He put the cold on the hot and the hot on the cold. So when Andrea went to give the baby a bath, she accidentally scalded its leg.
And in fact, I can submit to you that one of the reasons Helena had an accident with the water is because my wife was not paying attention, because my wife has been under constant pressure from CPS.
Ronnie Ray, when he hooked up the damn water lines, he hooked them up wrong. He put the cold on the hot and the hot on the cold. So when Andrea went to give the baby a bath, she accidentally scalded its leg.
So the story has morphed into the frost mixed up the water lines, and apparently the baby was the first one to have a bath since. Like, none of you guys noticed that the water lines were out, like the cold water tap was put in. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
If my wife had not been under constant pressure from CPS and police officers traipsing through their home all the fucking time, she might not have been nervous and turned on the hot water instead of the cold.
Ronnie Ray, when he hooked up the damn water lines, he hooked them up wrong. He put the cold on the hot and the hot on the cold.
Did they get a little red on their skin? Yes. Did they get 1 or 2 blisters? Yes.
So I grabbed a potato, cut it in half, put it under cold water, slapped it on the burn, and guess what? All the heat's gone. There was no scarring. There was no pain. The kid was laughing and happy and smiling and went on ahead and got her bath.
Did they get a little red on their skin? Yes. Did they get 1 or 2 blisters? Yes.
Ronnie Ray, when he hooked up the damn water lines, he hooked them up wrong. He put the cold on the hot and the hot on the cold.
Alice stated that when she changed her diaper, she found a burn on Helena's body and immediately called her son. She stated that Mr. James Vonhelton reported to her that he surfed the internet to obtain advice for treating a burn and found a site that told him to put a potato on it. He later made the same statement to DCBS staff.
It was great. That's because of my quick thinking. Because, see, you know, as somebody that's actually trained by Red Cross, Green Cross, and Blue Cross, I think I know a few things. Now, the trolls made a field day out of the damn potato. But that's what you do in an emergency, okay? You know, you think of the first thing that's going to fix the problem right then. Not sit there, you know.
That he surfed the internet to obtain advice for treating a burn and found a site that told him to put a potato on it.
Yes, I could have hunted through my desk for a bunch of salve or some bandages or some shit. You know, no, you got seconds. Okay, so I got the potato out of the fridge, cut it in half, put it under cold water, slapped it on the burn. Burn's gone.
Helena and her siblings were transported to the doctor only after they were strongly encouraged by DCBS. No, I was threatened by a police officer with arrest.
Just that easy. Just that fucking easy.
Yes, so folks, he was forced to take them finally to the doctor. So, you know. Let's switch gears here. All right. First things first, here, I'll put the link out. We'll get some people in. If you want to come in, you got your 2 cents, you want to share something. Let's do that. We'll put that out there. And if I go over here, I should be able to pin it. I should be able to pin that bitch. Let's pin it right to the top. So if anybody wants to come in, you can come in. Just so you know, I'm cheap. I don't have the fancy paid version. I can't live life Vonhelton. So I can only have 6 people at a time. Usually not an issue, but once in a while when things get crazy, I can only have a few people at a time. But if you 1 or 2 want to come up, come on up. If not, we're just going to keep moving forward. So let's see. Let's keep going with the Vonhelton stuff right now. Let's let's go with this. So this is Nats in the Pizza's backup account, the Barry Mandela effect. And he's got something new on there. Let's see. Yeah, we got a couple things we can check out over here. We got Hogtie coming up. Good evening, Hogtie. What's shaking? What's going on?
Oh my goodness, mon Dieu. Il a des petits oiseaux dans ma fenêtre. I'm so excited. I'm on SecularOpinion show. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. You know, just wading through the lulls here, trying to get caught up.
It is something. It is something. And that thing last week was something. I got to tell you, I think I'm going to leave fairly soon. Now, only because of this. You invited people to come in if they have more information about the lulz cows than you do. And I'm here for exactly the opposite reason.
Okay.
Because I can't pay attention to these ding dongs. The whole Shanny and Rev thing, if it weren't for you and BGTV, like I would have, they're so boring and they're so goofy. And yet these exciting moments happen.
Right.
And I get to see them on your channels. And it was a Barry Mandela effect, the Nats and the Pizza. I just, on behalf of myself and the audience, I want to thank you for your service, because wow, this stuff is bonkers. Put a potato on it. It's great.
Hello, how are you tonight?
Great. It's not nice in here, so yeah, but I just do that for a moment just so.
I'm glad you're joining, but your microphone sounds like you're streaming from a tomato can. I couldn't understand a word you said. It's kind of muffled.
All right. Let me just pull up my ticket here, but a moment.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming up. We don't get to hear you very often, so I do appreciate you coming up. But yeah, it was nice to relive the potato. The potato years. Those were the crazy years, folks. If you weren't around for that stuff, that was kind of nuts. Let's go back a little bit. I don't know if I covered this one or not. Something about Jungle Jim. I think I did, but what the heck? We'll start there. We'll work our way up. We got some new stuff here, and more to come. So let's, if anybody's got their 2 cents they want to chime in, by all means. I don't think we should get any echo.
Well, Vaughn, are you saying that all the homosexuals out there have been deceived?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. They were tricked into the situation they're in. All of them, every one. It doesn't matter what you're into. It's all a lie. It's like when Johnny Johnson kept telling Pamela Sue, my first ex-wife, kept telling her, yeah, man, he you don't need him. You need to hook up with my friend here.
See, I like the fact that we're getting some old vintage Vonhelton stuff. I mean, everybody's familiar with the Mouse, the Andrea stuff. Even that's old now. But I mean, when he goes back, like digs deep into his past, like with Pamela Sue and stuff, that's the stuff a lot of people I don't think are quite as aware of. That's when he was fighting the Luciferians and that was prime Vonhelton back then. And yeah, I miss those days. It was pretty early in the Vonhelton arc, but Pamela Sue, if you're not sure, folks, was his first wife.
Because after my divorce with her, what happened? Oh, I ended up working 3 jobs just fine. 3 jobs. I was working 3 jobs just fine after I divorced my first wife. Isn't that amazing? Now, how was it that I was able to keep those jobs after the divorce? Because Johnny Johnson was no longer influencing my ability to get a job after that. Well, Vaughn, that means Pamela Sue's whole life was a lie. Yes. After me and Pamela Sue got divorced, anything after that was a complete and utter lie. Her whole life was a complete and utter lie. That's horrible. That is a horrible thing to do to someone. And I hope she beat the fuck out of Johnny Johnson when she found that shit out. I hope she did. Because he needs it. He deserves it. He deserves his ass beat. And I'll remind you, folks, Johnny Johnson said this in front of witnesses. The car was packed with people. There was 6 people in the car when he said this shit. So it wasn't like he was only telling me about it. No, he told everybody. He didn't hide it. He told everybody. He was proud of what he did. He goes over to Jungle Jim and catches me in the parking lot and tries to beat my ass in the parking lot. And me trying to work hard to make some money. Who does that? Somebody you say, well, Vaughn, why did he attack you at Jungle Jim's? Because he didn't have anybody at Jungle Jim's that could try to take my job away. And he was mad over it. He tried to get me fired at Jungle Gyms. Didn't work. He tried, he didn't have none of his buddies working there. So there was nothing he could do. So I'm sitting there busting my ass working at Jungle Gyms, trying to make some money because we were out of money. We were totally out of money. And I'm sitting there trying to make some money. Wife's pregnant. You got to work. And he literally comes on Jungle Gym property and catches me in the parking lot and tries to kill me in the parking lot. Why? Because he couldn't do anything about that. He had no power over Jungle Gyms at all. Jungle Gyms wasn't even about to fire me. Because I'm the type of worker, I come in a half hour early and I'll sit in the break room for a half hour before I go to work. Jungle Gyms like that. I was always the last one to leave. Jungle Gyms like that. I was always on time. Jungle Gyms like that. I had a perfect attendance. Jungle Gyms like that. Well, see that Jungle Gyms liked me as a worker because I was a dedicated worker, and that enraged Johnny Johnson. It enraged him, and so he shows up at Jungle Gyms parking lot, tries to kill me. Literally grabs me and body slams me on the concrete. Didn't know that shit, did you? Surprise. And me busting my ass trying to get us some money.
So this Jungle Gym sounds like this magical place of, apparently from what I understand, it's like some big market, like a supermarket thing, but it has like international food, so you can get everything from fucking crickets to whatever. Yes, the way he describes it. I never saw Kentucky as like a hub of like multicultural diversity, but apparently as far as cuisine goes, or maybe it was this Ohio, I think it would have been Kentucky. He talks about Jungle Gyms. I'm not sure. Does anybody know what the hell he's talking about? Or is anybody here familiar with Jungle Gyms? I know Hogtie's Canadian, probably not.
Can I have a genuine question?
Yeah.
Anyone ever confirming that Fon's really talking that he had a job? Any kind really a job. So I know I'm actually kind of going in and out in Vonhelton saga, but as far as I know, there's no kind of like anyone confirmation that he is working here, he is working there, or just like what is it? Kind of like the side job, as if what is it? Kind of like internship or something like that. That is really proof that he works, because Fawn give me a vibes of a guy that never have any job at all. So I don't know. I just kind of like, I need to kind of catching up because I'm in and out in Vonhelton saga and I kind of came late. So I just did a question and wondering, you know.
Right. So that's a good question. Can we confirm the jobs that Vonhelton has had? No. And of course, take everything that's going to be exaggerated and with a grain of salt. But I'll give Vonhelton this. The closest to confirmation is it's been confirmed by some old friends of Vonhelton, the people that gave me the video, that he did, in fact, deliver pizzas in a ninja outfit in his late teens, early 20s, somewhere in there. So we know he did that. And he probably scrubbed toilets and worked part-time at one of the nursing homes or something. He definitely wasn't an orderly, but the Jungle Gym stuff, I would give him the benefit of the doubt maybe on that, but we can't, of course, confirm it. And people are out there saying that Jungle Gyms is a wonderful place, and it was in Ohio. Bonesaw, what do you got to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, he reminds me, I have a buddy that he's like one of my best friends. He owns a golf course, and he talks, before I started working there, he would talk about how he does all this hard work and he's like the most pivotal piece to running the course. And come to find out, he shows up 1 or 2 days a week for an hour, looks at what everybody else is doing, and then just quits and goes home. That's what Vaughn reminds me of, is that type of guy. Like his parents owned some store and or owned the nursing homes, and all he did was show up and look around and say, well, this sucks, and went home.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think he's ever labored. Definitely he was never a laborer per se. Did he hold a couple jobs in his youth? Probably, for a while. I don't know.
Well, speaking of labor, Apparently, he was in charge of delivering all the babies. He delivered several babies while he was an orderly at the old folks' home.
Yeah, he delivered all the old folks' babies. Yeah, I remember that too. Aye. Crazy times.
Do you ever feel that most of his stories about like confronting people ends up with him getting slammed to the concrete? Like it can't be the first time that somebody tried to slam him to the concrete.
I just don't think he's ever been worth the charge. I just don't think. Go ahead. Will, what's up?
That's actually something I was about to pop in, and I think we're playing the video, but I'm surprised the Punisher with 20 black belts and muscles the size of boulders and all that admitted that he got slammed on the concrete.
Yeah, well, that, the toughness comes and goes as it's useful. When it's victim playing, then he'll concede that it's hard to say. All right, let's keep moving forward with this.
I've got a pregnant wife, man, and I'm trying to get some money together so that we can pay our bills. I was looking at thousands of dollars, even with insurance. I was looking at thousands of dollars in hospital bills alone. So why do you think Johnny Johnson went over there and started a bunch of shit? Because he couldn't do it any other way. He didn't have none of his buddies working there. And he couldn't get Jungle Gyms to fire me because I was a dedicated worker. That's why he did what he did. He was mad, boy. He was mad as hell. What are you doing over here? Well, you got a pregnant wife. I said, I'm trying to make some money, trying to pay my bills. What the fuck are you doing? Trying to pay my bills, man. That's what a man does when he's got a pregnant wife. He goes to work and he tries to pay his bills.
Wait. Just like you did the second time around with Mouse? Or you did absolutely nothing? Okay, that's interesting. I just want to throw that out.
But isn't it funny that when me and Pamela Sue got divorced, suddenly I'm able to get all kinds of jobs. Isn't that amazing how that works? Isn't that something? That's not a coincidence. That's by design. That's by design, man. Pamela Sue's entire life after we divorced was a complete and utter lie. And I hope she beat the fuck out of Johnny Johnson because he deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves his ass getting beat. By her, not by me. She's the one that he destroyed. He destroyed her life. There's nothing he could do to me, but he destroyed her life. Her life was completely destroyed. Based upon a lie. Based upon a lie, man.
Based upon a lie. Someone was asking in the private chat, Bonesaw, I think. Yeah, Mystery Theater. I want to get back to that. I was thinking of that lately. It's been a long time. We got stuff to cover on that. So, yeah, definitely want to get something going on that.
That's my work go-to when I'm sitting at work. I got to play that. So you've been killing me. It's been like a year.
I know we got to pick that up and finish the Vaughn tapes. The vault is deep.
Do you know who this Johnny Johnson's supposed to be anyway?
He's mentioned it's from the old days. It's somehow related through the Frost. I can't remember. Ask someone else. Maybe Blue knows. What's up, Blue?
I was thinking maybe.
What's up? I would like to thank Johnny Johnson for kicking Vaughn's ass. Well done, young man.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I don't know anything about him. I'm not that old. Not that much of an old timer. This sounds like it happened in the North Dakota days.
Well, this was Ohio days. Yeah, Johnny Johnson. Was a plug-in kind of through. It gets complicated because who the fuck knows? And Vaughn tells the stories. He's a name that just occasionally comes up once in a while, kind of like the fucking, all these other people that are related. There's relation there somehow. If one of the Frosts were out there, they could probably tell me exactly. But
okay.
But this is back in the Ohio days. You won't hear that name. The only time you hear that name is when he's talking about like Pamela Sue and stuff. Because at the time, that was the guy that was brainwashing everybody. But then it kind of morphed into James Arnold Frost.
Right.
So
wait a minute. I thought Pamela Sue. No, that was his first wife who was in Ohio, and then there was North Dakota is something different. Pamela Sue was in Ohio, not North
Yeah.
Dakota.
Pamela
Okay.
Sue, North
All right, I see
Dakota. I can't remember the woman's name, and I'm not going to say it anyways.
Right.
It was just some chick that the
Right.
deal was they were going to hook up and have a baby. Vaughn says he tries 3 times, so he admits it. And then when she turns out she was pregnant, he denied it. So
Right.
that's how that. But that was just a totally not married.
Okay.
And once he felt that his job was done, he ditched her and then denied the child. So that's how that
And
worked.
far more importantly is the ending of that story, which is that Ma Helton, the woman he hates, paid the child support for years and years and years, apparently.
Yeah. He used to have a donation for it up on his Vonhelton Express blog, which I wish I could find that still, because that had gold stuff on it. That's when he does his big testimonies, how he's been his thing back then was he was telling people his travels across the USA was he was trying to find a cure for his vampirism because his bloodlust was so crazy that he desperately needed a cure. And he needed donations to help pay the child support of a child that's not his. So that was all on the Von Helden Express. So.
Maybe for kind of like blogs like that, if there is kind of still a link and it just kind of like the blog is lost or anything like that, have you ever tried to kind of using Wayback Machine? Maybe
I've tried on some of it. The Von Helton, the Blog Express is long gone. I can't find it anywhere, and I don't have a URL anymore to even try. I tried desperately at the time I had saved, and I tried Wayback Machine and stuff. Though the Delphi form stuff is still out there, archived. So
I just
you're gonna have to
lady
get the
didn't
Von
bother paying
Helton.
for a retest on the kid.
What's that?
I said I'm surprised he didn't bother paying for a retest for the kid if it's not his.
He's not paying
I'm
shit.
paying for a kid. I know if I'm paying for a kid that's not mine, I'm filing for a retest on the blood.
Well, that's the thing. Von Helton didn't pay. He doesn't pay. He lets other people pay, so it doesn't matter to him. He was thrown in jail for not paying.
Exactly. Why doesn't he try another test then if he's convinced that it was a clone?
Yeah, that was all of him.
Well, I thought that was
being
why
motivated.
the first test. I thought that's why the first test came back to be his. That it was supposedly that the mother mailed his Bond's DNA instead of the child's. Is what the story was. I thought.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the thing is, the problem is Vaughn would actually have to pay for it. He won't ever actually pay because he's not motivated. He's not,
right.
You know, even if he believes it, he won't.
If your mother's paying everything, why spend $180 to get a new test?
Yeah.
Well, he could at least say it just because he's supposedly claiming to pay for it. So
right. Well,
yeah.
That's the other fascinating thing, at least for me, about lulz cows is that they lie so much. Is that you do have to sift and dig for times when they do tell the truth, like Johnny Johnson kicking his ass.
I thought you were about to say they lie so much, it's starting to wonder if they really believe it or not. That's what I wonder with a lot of these. It's like, okay, does that person really believe? Like, does Vaughn really believe he has 20 black belts and 190?
Yes, some of that. Vaughn is so isolated now. He does believe some of it.
He smells his own shit. He smells his own bullshit so much he does actually convince himself that's how it went. You know, it's like when he tells like a story of a conversation, he's told it for years, it morphs into a new, and he just convinces himself that's how it went. Other times he knows he's bullshitting, but yeah, he does convince himself. He's anyways, let's move. I think we might have checked this out before. It's 4 days ago. Oh, go ahead. Someone want to say something? No. Okay. Let's move ahead to this video.
That might have been me before I was
a drop of blood. No scarring. No cut meat anywhere from where the hook was. You know, like if it had been pulled out or something. Nothing. It was like he never had a treble hook. Now the big dog outside, I guess he got into a fight with a deer or something, and the deer just gashed him up good all the way up his belly. I go out there and his fucking intestines are hanging out. I'm like, oh shit. I can't fix you. I don't think even a vet can fix you. And so I asked the ETs, I said, well, you're going to have to fix him or the gods won, because I can't afford it. But yeah, he must have gotten a fight with a deer because he was gashed open and his guts was hanging out, literally. And I'm like, you're gonna have to do something. And so
That
they
don't
did.
sound like a deer. You got wild hogs down there?
I don't know if we have hogs or not, but a deer would do that. But here's the thing, okay? I didn't see him for a whole day. And then after that whole day, I saw him again, and I went up to him to give him a hug. And I looked down, and his belly's just fine.
What?
His belly is just fine. It's as if he never had
Sure,
it
it's
at
the
all.
same one because they all look alike. They're all black, same size, right?
Same dog, same dog. It was as if he had never ever had any damage at all. There was no scarring. There was no seam where they had put his skin back together or anything like there would be with us. It was as if he had never been cut open at all. It was amazing. It was amazing, man.
Yeah. What about? No, wait a minute. Now, what about the paw? Wasn't there an injury to that too?
Well, like I said, the paw thing. Well, he's got a couple scars over here on the paw where he fought that dog outside, and then the dog had that pit bull had him around the throat, but I stopped it just before he killed him, and he has some scars. He has some scars on his arm.
Sounds like a badass dude.
He's a badass motherfucker. These guys fought coyotes and won. Okay, they fought wolves and won. So I mean, they're badass motherfuckers. But this pit bull, unfortunately, had him by the throat, and I'm like, oh shit! So I went out there and rescued him.
Locking for 3,500 pounds per square inch. I mean,
but that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid the pit bull would lock jaws around his neck and kill him.
Shoot him. They can lock as hard as a.
Well, for some reason he didn't lock, and that had to be the gods.
He didn't want to. Yeah, the gods or something.
Either
Or
the gods
he did lock, killed him, and the gods brought it back to life.
Well, no, he didn't. I was out there during the fight. He didn't lock.
Oh, okay.
And he let go and took off for running, and my dog took off in hot pursuit. I'm like, no, dummy, come this way. Let him run. Let him run.
So the next time you saw him was a day and a half to almost 2 days later.
When he had the gash in his belly, yeah. It was like a day later, and I go to give him a hug, and I'm like, well, you're awful happy, and I give him a hug and everything. No scar. But see, that's the thing. When you and I repair skin, okay, something that's broken. When you and I repair that shit, there's going to be a scar. There's going to be some kind of telltale sign that, wake up, Solar. Wake up. There's going to be a repair. There's going to be some kind of scarring or something to let us know that there was work done, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There was absolutely no scarring whatsoever. None.
Amazing. Almost unbelievable, folks, these stories of the Zealand. All right, let's move up here. This is the newer one. Growing teeth, weight loss. Oh my goodness. All right, I haven't seen this one yet.
So what's on the menu today?
Fake rib.
Ooh,
fake rib. However, the real ribs are in the fridge. I found these black bowls, and they're the perfect size. There's a perfect size for them Chef Boyardee cans that's got the extra amount in them. But I can still eat pretty good now. I can wolf down some food. I got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat restaurant, man. So that should tell you right there. I can eat, but if I really set my mind to it.
Look at this fat fucking slimy little scud bucket. He says, David Anthony goes, Vaughn, I'd like to know why you think you're entitled to have an opinion on politics. Because it's
I ran for office, you dumb fuck.
You fucking cunt.
I actually ran for office, you dumb fuck. That's why I got an opinion. I ran for the House of Representatives under the U.S. Taxpayers Party, which is now called the Kentucky, which is now called the U.S. Constitution Party. All right. I ran for House of Representatives. I was a write-in candidate for president twice. Plus, I've done other civic duties that you don't need to fucking know about. Oh, by the way, I saw a blurb on the internet while I was in passing. The Japanese are going to be trying a drug Get this. This is going to blow your fucking mind. This drug will supposedly regrow my teeth. But yeah, they're in trials right now, testing right now a drug that will literally regrow my teeth. So I may get my pearly whites back, guys. Won't that be interesting? Now, unless it was some just, like some kind of TV ad from the fucking Onion or some shit, they're really doing this shit. And if they are, that's pretty cool. Because I often thought that, the gods say they're going to restore everything, which is awesome. But how are they going to do my teeth? Well, now the Japanese are supposedly working on a drug that will literally regrow my teeth. So, ladies, if you want to lose weight, figure out a way to increase your metabolism and you'll lose weight. That's it. As soon as you figure out how to increase your metabolism, you'll start dropping pounds like fucking crazy. But you got to figure out how to reinvigorate your metabolism. See, as we get older, our metabolism slows down. We need to figure out how to speed it back up again. And there's ways of doing it, but you got to get online. You got to do your research. You may even have to get offline and go to a physical library and pull books, real books off the shelf and actually do real study instead of just trying to get it online, because online will try to deceive you and try to get you to spend a shit ton of money. And you probably need to go to a real library, pull books off the shelf, and actually figure out, okay, well, how do I increase my metabolism? And once you figure that, man, you'll drop pounds like fucking crazy. Guaranteed. Oh, Bon, why haven't you done it? Because I'm lazy. It pays to know your history, folks. It pays to know your history, okay? Because if you know the history, like I know history, nobody can say one fucking word to you. Nobody can pull the wool over your eyes. Okay? That's why I was a bookworm when I was a little kid, so that I would know shit in advance of what anybody else. So if anybody come to me talking shit, I say, you're full of shit. I know you're a goddamn liar, and shut the fuck up and leave me the fuck alone. The story goes is that, my father's father, his wife was Romanian. And so, therefore, by extension, I am related quite possibly to Vlad himself. Now, I don't know. Not long after I came out
Quite
publicly
possibly
as being
right.
That's changed, because that was for sure back then. And in fact, that was a selling point on his vampire dating site, that he was a bloodline direct to Vlad the Impaler. And like any vampire lord, he should have 4 or 5 concubines, but he'll settle for 2. That was his opening lines on that. That's interesting. So apparently he has someone in the family that has bloodlines of Romania. So by that logic, he is related to Vlad the Impaler. He's,
possible relative to Vlad the Impaler. Guess who else come out? George Bush Jr. comes out on TV. Oh, well, yeah, I'm a relative to Vlad the Impaler too. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? These motherfuckers are watching me, man. They're watching me.
Well, I was going to say the 2. Just like, what did he mean? Just like Vaughn? He went on national TV. Just like Vonhelton, I too am related to a vampire.
It's just like Ted Nugent. Do I know how I'm related? No, I haven't got a clue. The women know all that shit. They got that shit memorized, man. But, us guys, we're like, we're just happy to be included, right? It's like, hey, man, just, I'm part of the family. So, but yeah, it's the extreme temperatures that we have on Earth is due to the deserts being excessively hot. And it was my theory that if we could somehow cool the deserts down a little bit, doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit, that would probably solve our severe weather problems all over this world. Because if we start cooling off the deserts a little bit, because the deserts are extremely hot, but if we start cooling them down, eventually, with time, the temperatures and the storms should become a lot milder.
See, this in Vonhelton's comic book version of reality, this makes sense because he believes it's a flat Earth with a dome over it. So if it is true that somehow the deserts, I don't know how he explains that they produce their own heat, right? Because it would make more sense under like a spherical Earth why desert area. Anyways, I don't need to get into that. But the point being, it would make sense. It would be like an oven, right, in this dome, and you have these patches of desert just radiating heat for no apparent reason. I don't know where the heat comes from, but the devil's in the details, I guess. So
I really
It doesn't
believe
know what-
that the reason we have severe storms is because of severe temperature inversion. You got extreme heat, extreme cold. You mix them together, boom, you get a storm. It's like these wind vanes. It's like these wind vanes. We got these huge ass wind vanes, right?
Yep.
And we found out what? We found out that they leak, number one. We found out, number two, they're not efficient as we thought. And number three, they kill birds. Here's an idea. How about instead of having huge fucking wind vanes that are unsightly to some people, I don't think they're that unsightly, but some people do. But let's go with that, okay? What we do instead, we hand a fan to every homeowner, have them clamp it onto the side of their house, hook the fucker up, and generate fucking power. And then it feeds the power into the fucking grid, and everybody wins. The people that own the house, they get free electric. It reinforces the grid. The grid doesn't go down all the time. No more brownouts, no more blackouts, no more none of that shit. It all and everybody wins. Why aren't we doing that instead of these big expensive wind vanes that cost what is it, millions of dollars a piece or some shit? What the fuck? Why? Why are we doing that? That's not efficient. These little small fans that clamp onto the side of the house, they're going to have a grill on them where it ain't going to kill no bird.
I just want everyone to let this all sink in, this master plan of Vonhelton. Now, there is something in place, I know, at least where I live, that if you put like a smaller wind turbine on your property, that you'll actually get a check from the power company because they will use your power to help, feed the grid or whatnot. So some people look at that as an investment, but there's a reason you need to set it up on like a tower. You can't just clamp a fan on the side of your. What size of fan is he thinking? One, two, you put it up in the air so it actually catches fucking wind. So that's the whole point, right? You don't just clamp it on the side of your house and hope the wind's blowing that way that day or go without power. I mean, anyways.
I'm a big fan of it's inefficient to build 10 giant windmills, much more efficient to build 5,000 smaller windmills on people's houses that will, generate the same amount of electricity. That's a lot more efficient than, one small field somewhere with windmills in it. Mm-hmm. Brilliant thinking.
You're going to save birds, though. That's the thing.
Well, three, and you know damn well he's thinking of just an average house fan, which actually uses power to spin, not
right. Well, to give him a little bit of credit on that, I would say it's probably in his mind the size of a house fan, which is hilarious. But I do think he actually thinks it's more like a pinwheel. You just clamp it on the side of your house and the wind will catch it and generate its own power. But, there's all kinds of problems with that too. It's got to be a certain size. It's got to be up high enough to actually catch a regular wind draft, and you need batteries, all that kind of stuff. But Vaughn, I don't think has put that much thought into it. I'm going to go out on a limb here and try to say that.
Oh, and also you're talking about how they do, this is kind of on a more serious note, but you're talking about how they have things like that in Canada. Down in the States, it's mostly solar panels. The power company will write a check if they have solar panels, right. Whether it's worth it or not, I can't say. But
yeah, I'm sure it's the same here too. Yeah.
See, anyway. And that's the thing. So you ain't got to worry about the birds being hurt.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah. Just a little tiny. This looks like a little desk fan with a grill on it, and you just clamp the fucker on the side of the house, wire it up to your home, and bada boom, bada bing. You get free electric. You reinforce the grid. The grid can be used and look. The more people that's off the grid, the more the military and the government can use the grid for other purposes. Everybody fucking wins.
Vaughn is an absolute genius, folks. I can't believe no one has ever thought of that. He reminds me of this guy I met one time in real life. This dude actually had a plan he wanted to put together to run the Highway 7 up here on gears and just have the gear down to eventually one guy on a pedal. You just hire a guy, shift work, and then he works a pedal and it runs all the traffic on the highway by gears. So, you know, there's big thinkers out there, folks. There's you know, Vonhelton's
I
plans.
think everybody knows one of those guys.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look here. Let's go over to Graveyard Flowers. Just change tone a little bit, and see what's been going on in the world of Rev and Shanny. Of course, I'm not going to go through all this stuff, but as we see from the thumbnails, Shanny has made it out of the psych ward, or wherever the hell she was, swallowing those bottles of pills. Everything's good. Yeah. What do we got?
Yeah, Graveyard Flowers is another one I ought to thank on behalf of the other audience members. When I made the observation before about you, Secular Opinion, and Barry Mandela Effect, Nats and the Pizza, one of my favorite commenters, that Cheryl Guts No Groove or whatever she put on there. Yeah, same here. I can't raw dog the lulz cows either. That's exactly what I was trying to say. So, yeah, Graveyard Flowers, another good helpful person.
Well, I think, yeah, for sure. I mean, the archivers are very important. I've always advocated for the archivers. You need someone out there doing this shit. So I know we left it off with the tie-dye shirt. This is when Rev was telling his version of the story of what went down. Rev loves healthcare. What the hell? We'll start with a Shanny update, and we'll have to skip some stuff here, folks. There's just too much.
I didn't cheat you. What's up, guys? Coffee.
I'm actually going to step away and fill my drink here.
Coffee, black coffee is like all I drink now. Other than my painkiller bottles yesterday. And it did help me sleep a little bit. I got a few hours sleep, so that's good. Okay. I have a statement to make, and then I'm going to give an update on Shanny about what's going on right now. So, number one, if you are coming on this page, that is me and my wife's, which is Rev and Shanny. This is our official Real Revelation news page. And you are coming on here to bully her. You're going to have an enemy with me. You got an enemy. If you think you can come in these live streams and spew all this hate and dog shit all the time, and because you're trolls from whatever reaction channel, Drader or Carrie or whoever the fuck you're with, I guarantee you have an enemy with me, and you're going to be blocked and you're gone. That's it. Don't ask me to unblock you because I remember some of these names. It's not going to happen. If you are kind, you have a home here, and Shanny needs all the support she can get emotionally and love. I'm not going to look at the chat right now. God bless everybody in here. I love you. Okay. Unless you're a troll. Seriously. I've been looking through comments. When I see stuff pop up in comments, if they're hateful towards Shanny in any way, you're getting blocked immediately by me. Me. I am the one blocking, and I will continue to do that to protect her. Because social media is so demonic with these people that want to that destroy the mind of a woman, that she's gone through so much. Enough. I won't tolerate it because I have made the decision. It's my decision. It's not Stockholm Syndrome. God, it's not Stockholm Syndrome. I'm in love with Shannon Egroff. Her name should be Egroff. 7 year. You know, I was talking to what do they call it? Her cards here, Adult Protective Services person here, and I was discussing things with her, and I gave her everything that happened, because that's, you know, that this stuff happens, especially if there's some kind of like unaliving thing. Okay. I was talking to her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they did away with common law marriage in Pennsylvania a while ago." She said, "You need to Google it," which I haven't yet. But is it true, guys? I don't know that common law marriage is no longer a thing in Pennsylvania.
Yes, that's true,
crazy,
Rev,
because it was
dumbass.
7 years together, and you're married automatically. You get all the same rights.
Nope.
Let me see. Oh yeah.
States do and don't have it. You know, Blue.
Eleni? Is that how you say your name? Eleni. You're right about that. And I've been trying to help her out. And like, there's a park real close to us, right? the Casey Complex Park is it's right there.
I missed that, Will. Ask
I
me
mean,
when Sec
we
gets back.
hop in the car, and she could just sit in the
If you
sun
know
at
what
least to
states
get
do
some
and don't
fresh
have
air.
it.
Yeah, I think he's asking, do you know what states have common law and don't? I mean, are we going to run through all 50
I'm
states
almost
here?
certain every state in the union now does not accept common law marriage. I would have to look it up, but wow. Now I'm glad insurance companies did away with that because of Shanny and Rev, but they all got, most of them got turned around in the early 90s. So this has been going on for a while if you care to Google it, Rev. I'd have to check. I'm open to correction as always, but I don't think common law is allowed anywhere in the U.S. anymore.
There's the Lackawanna River's there. She loves water. She, you know, and slowly, incrementally get her walking. Absolutely. I've been trying to do that, you know? No. Jules, I saw Jules pop up in a message. And people are saying that she's actually home. Guys, I mean, if you want, I can't take you around the house. I'm sorry, because this stupid phone is shit. I apologize. Every time I try to turn the camera and focus on other things, it crashes. It's dog shit. I'm sorry.
Worked when you showed us that hole, though, Rev.
You know what I'm saying? Right here. This is where
Works
she
right
is all the
there.
time. Where I'm sitting is where she sits all the time. You get what I'm saying? That's where I am, over there in the corner. And this is where she is all the time. I just happen to be using this spot right now because it's in the middle, and I got my cigarettes and I got my smart speaker. This is the coolest smart speaker ever. It was $9 on Amazon, and it's a great speaker. It kicks ass. Bluetooth for the phone, because our speakers broke on the phone. I think it was not TikTok, Instagram videos that are way too loud. People jack the volume to 150%, and then it breaks your fucking phone speaker, you know. And the Temu ad that comes on every once in a while, oh Temu, and that's your speakers, and it destroys your phone speakers. So that's, yeah. Anyway, back to the story. Yeah, I'm not going to tolerate any hate, because do you know, I should take note of every single name. Shanny is a vulnerable adult. It's actually a crime to bully her. Did you know that? She's a protected class because of her mental illness. So you guys that are doing this, you might even get legal action. You should delete your accounts, because I've taken note of them. And if something
Now, I just want to put out there, and while it may be illegal to hunt belugas, I don't think making fun of them necessarily is illegal just because they're a protected species, folks. I just want to clear that one. That one I'm pretty sure on.
Well,
if the opportunity ever
compared to Shanny.
came along to do something, I would, because you're bullying someone with very big mental issues. You get that? All you guys that have done this to her are guilty of that. And she's got grace, you know. If some lawyer came to her, I don't know, it depends, and said, look, we could sue a lot of these people that have directly harmed you because of your status as a protected class. So I'd delete your accounts if you had anything to do with bullying her, because this is serious. This is serious. They understand my part in what happened, that I'm bipolar and I do shit too. You get what I'm saying? What's up, Matt? I see in messages. God bless you, Matt. We love you, and you're kind, giving. You're awesome, dude. Thank you. I had to say this. You're going to have an enemy, okay? Don't have an enemy. If you're going to be on the page, be cool as Shanny and me, and we're cool. And you can have all the fun you want on the page, you know? If your fun includes bullying her, you're done. Myself, I don't really care much. Make fun of me. That's cool. It's been done so much now, it's hilarious. You know, I'll do the kawaii cat ear shit, you know? What's with that? The anime girl thing that's like... Johnny Kleck said, he who winks the eye sticks the tongue out. They're doing both, right? Dead sheep. That's what Johnny Kleck would say. It's dead sheep. They're killing you. Yeah, that's true. But anyway, kawaii shit's cool and fun. So whatever, you know. Yeah, Damon, I'm always trying to work on myself not fighting with her ever. I mean, but to me, it's like the cheating thing. Well, yeah, I see Gucci Trolls. There's a good thing. I don't care if you vote for Trump. I would never block someone over their support of Trump. That's insane. You have every right to vote for who you want to vote for. Like Cherished or whoever it was posted Trump stuff, and Shanny's like, I can't look at this shit, and just blocks them. I don't agree with her on that stuff. See Lucy in messages. God bless Lucy. She's real sweet. She took a big bong hit for me, which kicks ass, you know. She said in audio, I'm going to take a big bong rip for you. And I'm like, yeah, do it extra hard. Because, man, if I had a bong with THC, real weed, I would.
He cannot stick to a fucking script, like to a story. He's supposed to be giving a Shanny update. And he hasn't even really. He's just.
We got to wait for like another 10 minutes before he gets to it anyway. I've never met a person who was more media dominated than Rev.
Oh, Jesus! If his video was any longer,
by the way.
Oh, it's some dude he fought. I don't know, but I mean, if the video was any longer, there'd be wardrobe changes and sunglasses on, and a straw hat, and a scarf, and then a jacket, and then he'd have to show some fucking shirt that he. It's madness. It's fucking.
Oh, I would look make like a quick correction on myself. I looked it up.
His tuds is.
Yeah, what's up?
43 of the states do not accept common law marriage. 7 do, and the District of Columbia. So Colorado is one of them that accepts common law. So
well, there we go.
Oh, fewer.
There you go. All right, see you.
Out, man. I'd be consuming that stuff. I've always got your back, Jason. Damon, you're cool, man. And did you hear what I said about Gary, Damon? Like, I let it go, man. I let it go. I say Gary was fun to be with when he was nice. I let it go, man. So just go with God, Gary. Even though you wouldn't come here and give me a little bit of my shit back, G, man, I'll give you respect, call you G-Man from now on, okay? No more Gary bullshit. G-Man, did you do that? Just at least that. Maybe a couple systems, like give Shanny back her GameCube. Because she wanted that stuff, and you were supposed to set this up with me, man. Come here. You don't knock on the door or nothing. I'll see you, trust me. And you unload a few things, and it just as a goodwill offer, and then we're done. You go with God, and I bless you, and everything's cool. I bless you now. But if that would be a really nice gesture to just show that you really appreciated what I did with the house, is to give a few of the video game things back, especially Shanny's GameCube with the GameCube games. If that's all you want to leave, that's fine, because I want her to have her shit. She should have her GameCube, because she'd like to play some of those GameCube games that she likes, like Metal Gear Solid 3 and shit like that. You know, and the first Animal Crossing I got her, you know, the first game, and she would love to play that. So, yeah, leave the GameCube, and then we're done. Whatever. If you'd like to leave the N64 for me, that'd be nice with the EverDrive. That would be real nice. Other than that, just go with God and everything's cool. That's my take. But I wouldn't block people for political reasons. The reason I would block people is because psychological torture.
Psychological torture is waiting for a Shanny update. We're approaching 11 minutes in this video of a 14-minute video. And
how about get a job? Is that psychological torture? I guess it is.
Oh, yeah. You have to get up and be responsible and do shit. It'd be too much. Too much.
Where's Shanny?
On my girl. That's why I would definitely block every single one of the people that try to do that and say, leave now, Jay, leave, run, Rev, run, that bullshit. No, there's zero tolerance, because this really messes with her mental state. And I love her. So if you do this shit to her, you got an enemy. Now, moving on from that, the update is this, is that I was talking to her therapist that she has at the place that they have her at, which she wants out now. Geisinger is crap. Not a good place anymore. It's where I was born in Danville. They suck now. Their service is absolutely horrible. I looked this place up on Google and it's got 2-star rating with 14 people saying this is dog shit. Unreal. So I've been talking to her therapist today all day, on and off. And I've let him know, because I've talked to Shanny too at least 3 or 4 times. And Shanny is literally like, I want out now. I don't care. I don't care. I want to go home. I want to go home. So I made that clear to her therapist. And her therapist said she ain't on a 302. It was a 203 or whatever they call it, a 202, 203, which is you sign your name voluntary, which she did at CMC. She signed herself in, which was very good, because if she didn't, they would have 502'd her, I think, which is mandatory 5 days somewhere. And I wouldn't have seen her for who knows how long. Yeah, maybe longer than 5 days. It all depends on the mental health professional going, they're okay to go. So she signed herself in so she could sign herself out pretty much immediately. And that's what the therapist said. He said, yeah, there's no problem here. We'll get this going. So that was the last I heard from him. I haven't heard from Shanny since. I'll keep you up to date. I'll just keep you up to date. But that's it for now. They're going to give her a ride back here. Hopefully today. I hope it's today. It might be tomorrow. We'll see. I'll keep you up to date. That's all I got for right now. I might come back later. You know, if she doesn't come back today, I'll come back later and we could hang out and stuff. I'll pay attention to the chat next time. I apologize to everybody. God bless all you. I'll see you soon. Peace of Maranatha.
Like
So that
it
was-
even does.
So that was the big update. Took him 14 minutes to
Wait,
spit that out.
what- You got to catch me up a little bit. Last I heard, so he broke up with her, never, ever, 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 never getting back together. And then like 18 seconds later, he's like, I love her so much. But what did I miss here? Is she in an institution of some form?
Yeah, well, she swallowed a couple bottles of pills, allegedly, and tried to unalive herself. And he said, he made it sound like she was put in for, I thought it was like a 72-hour watch or something. But apparently she
Not
signed
the-
herself in somewhere.
Yeah, the sewer
this the
slider
gabapentin
thing
thing?
is at the end of the 32-minute video update, since he didn't really give an update there.
I'm just surprised
Well,
he
that's
didn't
pointless.
eBay that video. So good job. I guess we're making some progress on that.
Hey, not to make your show too educational. So is this the gabapentin thing? Because I will say, FYI, PSA, don't take a whole
Yeah.
bottle of gabapentin. You want to know what the side effects are? Drowsiness and diarrhea.
Well, yeah.
And
There we
also
go.
weight loss. Wait, no. Weight gain, right?
No, not from
No.
a single overdose.
Weight from that?
Well, but
Someone said if you take gabapentin regularly, it's very hard to lose weight. But I don't know if that's true. But it sounded.
oh,
right
that's
to me.
Shanny's problem. Oh, okay, that's what her problem. Okay, but here's the I would just see it. I would just see it as Shanny probably just sees it as a vacation, and got a clean place to sleep, and probably got fed for a few days. But they probably restricted her diet, and she's like, "Fuck that! I'm going back where I can mooch money and get like Pringles and Indian Ranch or whatever the hell it is." Well, let's move ahead now. Rev, after right after criticizing the healthcare that Shanny is receiving, now he's going to praise healthcare. So this will be an
Really,
interesting
I
turnaround.
missed this one. Cool.
Nine minutes.
What's up, guys? Fuck the dog shit. I got some evidence. This is fucking evidence of abuse of my wife. Fuck this shit, okay? Listen. Yeah, but here's the thing, right? How the fuck long have you been in that place? I've talked to your therapist probably 5 times now, and you haven't spoken to him once. What the fuck is this? That's my question. What the fuck is this? I'm letting you know right now. I'm recording this right now with me and you talking for evidence. I'm not putting it anywhere. I'm recording a video on the computer. This is abuse, Shannon. They literally have not had anybody talk to you. Very few people. I mean, your therapist. I had talked to your therapist, I'm telling you, many times. This is unbelievable bullshit. That's all I can say. I'll tell you what's going on. Melting. Mischief. They abuse my fucking wife in this fucking situation. They abused her. What's so fucking funny? You think this is funny? You're fucking done. I ban you now. Who's hitting the fucking laughing shit? She's been abused in this fucking system. It's the most crazy fucking bullshit I've ever heard of. That I've talked to your therapist as your caregiver.
I love how he informs Shanny that he's recording, but not going to go live or anything. I'm just for evidence to put on the computer. But then this is like an Inception workaround where he doesn't play the actual video, but he's going to video the video being played on a live stream. So technically he's not lying to Shanny that he's actually going to show this to everybody anyways. I think that's interesting.
And call that evidence of abuse. Him and Shanny talking is evidence of abuse to Rev.
Yeah, okay. Because Shanny never lies or anything. So.
Because they pretty much consider me that at this point.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Is it the healthcare that's abusing Shanny, or is he still saying that Shanny's abusing him? I'm kind of lost on that.
Well, they're talking about her healthcare. She's in the institution, and he's criticizing them because she hasn't spoken to a therapist. The therapist isn't responding, so this is abuse. By the way, in the last video, to be clear, he said she voluntarily signed herself in and can sign herself out. So the fact that she's not getting a therapist as fast for free, probably covered by some kind of whatever plan there, is abuse to Shanny, even though she could leave at any time. But anyways,
although strangely says that she doesn't get to see a therapist. He claims to have talked to her therapist repeatedly, because that's what therapists do. They sit around all day taking phone calls from people who are not the patient and get all chit-chatty about the patient's status.
Right. Exactly.
And he hasn't seen you once. This is nuts. No, Shanny is not in jail, Dissection Girl. What's up? God bless you. She's in a mental ward. A piece of shit place. Run by Geisinger, fucking Nazis, Kaiser Permanente, Heil Hitler, fucking disgusting Rockefeller medicine bullshit. Oh, it's so funny. Fuck yourself and died. Whoever's hitting the funny shit, fucking died. Wise guy, love you. Yeah, she's coming home soon, Chubby. No problem. I wasn't talking to a Ouija lady. No problem, okay? She's trying her best, Stacy, these fuckers are Geisingers, dog shit. This is a fucking lawsuit, medical malpractice. Yeah, well, what the hell is well, my question to fucking Geisinger and Kaiser Permanente Nazis is this. What the hell is the point of you being there then? There's no fucking reason for you to be there because there's no one talking to you. Yeah, amen, Amber. She's gonna get out soon. Probably tomorrow. What's up, Linging Things? Yeah. But see, here's the thing that I don't even think they have you on a 70. I don't know what the hell the kind of mental, you signed yourself in. So yes, you did that. You did. Yeah, you did. So that's what the doctor just is. Apparently, this is what they're saying, that the doctor has to sign off on that, and then you're home, you know? Yeah, dissection girl, I get lonely, you know? No, there's no court order to keep her or nothing, Stacy. She's on her way home. If they try that shit, then fuck them. You know, I'll go to court for her. Fuck this shit. Kidnapping. I said it's a guy singer, you know? When I fucking fuck this shit in Scranton, man. I said, walking out of fucking CMC, I said, this fucking hospital, they kidnap people, man. They did. They kidnapped her and took her to fucking Danville. It's nuts. The fuck? Bullshit. Do it. No, you should have a hissy fit because this is bullshit. This is bullshit. You should be home. Now. Yeah, this is bullshit. This was for documentation. I don't give a shit if people call CMC in Scranton Geisinger Medical Center and make trouble. Geisinger Medical Center in Scranton is fucking dog shit. Wave to everybody. God bless everybody. Have fun. Laugh and have fun and give love. It's all good shit. Fuck this hospital. They fucking abused her. Totally violated her rights. Maranatha. That's it. I'm fucking sick of. All right, there's one. Now there's here. I got another one for you. Talking to Shanny. Fuck this dog shit. These fucking abusive pieces of shit. Literally, you were treated like dog shit for the first fucking second that you were in that place. The fucking CMC. You're never going to CMC ever again. Mm-mm. You, every time you go to the hospital, you go to Lehigh Valley Regional, period. You do not go to that sack of fucking trash place. CMC, Geisinger. What? I haven't looked recently. Have fun, isolationists. They were, I'm telling you, the place you're in is dog shit. It's literally 2 stars, 14 ratings. Dog shit. That's one hell of a bird. You're almost out. You are. Oh, there's a head thing. Arrange the ride. Look, I did the fucking head thing. And you're home, you know?
That is a pretty pronounced head thing. And that's not even in front of an audience. That's just Rev.
And it's called neck thing anyway, you dumbass.
It's, wow.
I did the fucking head thing, you know? I did this. I'm like, oh my God, I can't fucking function. Yeah, what a dog shit hospital. I want to fucking whatever. Shut the place down, man.
Next thing you
shut it down. You're absolutely going to get cuddles. Are you kidding? Absolutely, you're going to get your butt cleaned. You're going to have, oh my God, Shan, it's going to be the best, you know? I can't wait to be. What? Hey, yo! Fucking disturbed, man. The best shit. So that's a little taste of what I recorded, man. But fuck this dog shit. This fucking hospital can suck my dick. Fuck this hospital. CMC in Scranton, you used to be the best place. My mom passed away there. My mom fucking passed away at CMC. It was a great place to die if you had to. Geisingers bought out by Kaiser Permanente fucking Nazi cunts that kill people. Fuck Geisinger. Peace and Maranatha. Shanny.
Pizza marinara.
She's coming back soon. She'll be on fire. You better believe it.
All right, so that's that. I mean, there's much more to go, but I don't want to turn this into a I'm going to have to put this all together as an arc, though, and just do the whole thing. But my goodness, what a situation. Of course, Shanny is back. If we go back to the channel, we can see that, in fact, she is back making multiple videos. But let's move it back to Vaughn and do the Vaughn John thing. Now, with everything that's going on with the Trumpster, I'm sure that they're worked up and have lots to say about it. Let's switch gears and take a look over here.
What made him hate Trump anyway? Or not
What
like
made him
Trump?
hate?
Because before they were all about him.
Well, John probably still is, and then in the end, Vaughn will vote for him. But I don't know. There's a bunch of reasons, mostly because he's not Trump enough. For Vaughn, is they wanted him to be ultra uber Trump. But
Trump and Helton fell out over the vaccine, I think.
Yeah, the vaccine was a big
thing.
What?
That makes sense. Not to mention it, Blue. That makes a lot of sense.
That was one of them. But he was already criticizing Trump. Trump wasn't. He was waiting for all the brown people to be deported and Hillary to be thrown in jail. And when none of it happened, he was disillusioned.
So he's waiting for Trump to take power and become the dictator.
Yeah. So all he's making his wish. We'll see.
Oh,
I thought Trump was going to name as his running mate for VP Vonhelton.
Oh yeah, I guess not. He got some JD Vance guy. So, but let's go back in time. Let's when this was still hot, and we're gonna see what there's gonna be the expression "they shot Trump."
Ladies and gentlemen.
Guaranteed.
All right, Vaughn says unblock me. Oh, Twitter changed. Oh well, it says premium. What does this say? It says premium accounts. A premium account on X is required in order to stream to the platform. You can subscribe on X to stream to a different destination. Wow! So now they don't even. That's something else. Okay, I guess.
Do any of you know how old J-Dubs is?
YouTube and X. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. This is what the pop-up I get when I try to go live on X.
He's in his later 30s, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Someone said he was 33, though. So
I think he's a little older than that.
I would have to think so.
He got going on 50 by the looks of things.
He got circumcised when he was 30. Apparently. So his wife is 46 or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
a premium account on X is required in order to stream to the platform. You can subscribe on X or stream to a different destination. So I guess at this point it's going to be a Rumble exclusive for me and an Odyssey exclusive for Vaughn with a Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Vaughn, here you go. We can't stream to X anymore. X doesn't allow you to stream to their platform unless you buy their premium package now. So you have to pay money to stream to X.
Why? Why did they change it? We were streaming there every fucking day. It was seemed like.
We were making views too. We were getting views, but that's hey, if that's what Elon wants, if Elon thinks they're going to make more money by charging people to stream to their platform, I don't know. How much money do you think they're going to make because of that? I don't think they're going to make that much.
Well, how much money? Okay, I've been on Nexus for 12 years. I've made, 15, 16 mods. Been on Nexus for 12 years. In that 12 years, with all those mods, because remember, I don't just do Fallout 4. I also do Skyrim mods as well. Okay, so all them mods And I've been on there for 12 years. Now, guess how many donations I've got?
Big whopping goose egg.
A big whopping goose egg. That's right. So
that's a shame. I mean, to be honest with you, that really is a shame because you put out some really good mods. You put out some really good mods. And I went on vacation, Vaughn, and I got so badly sunburned. Look at the sunburn I got on my head.
Yeah, it looks like you're a little. You're starting to look like me. You're starting to look like me, man.
Yeah.
You keep going. You'll be Cherokee like me, man. Of course.
As we look at the contrast, it's obvious that J-Dubs is way darker than Vaughn. I think that's hilarious. You're almost as dark as me. Vaughn hasn't seen sunlight because he's a vampire too. Remember that, folks.
Right.
So,
and 2.5% native ancestry at best.
Yeah.
The red in my skin's real. I mean, when you see that,
yours is from DNA. Mine's from the sun.
Yeah, mine's from being an actual Indian. But you know,
no, any red that Vaughn may have in his skin, which is not like you can tell he's pale as fuck, but the redness, the little hues that you see are most likely from bad circulation and diabetes.
Absolutely.
And blood pressure.
Who's rich enough to pay for Vaughn's DNA test?
How would we get the DNA though? They'd sneak in and steal hair or something like North Dakota did.
See, a lot of people they look at me on the camera because I'm looking at the camera right now.
Well, I do say this: you do have cheekbones like an Indian.
Well, the thing of it is, the camera.
The camera makes you look white.
It makes me look like a white boy. Yeah, I mean, look at it. I don't look red at all. But see, when you get out here in the real world, what I had to do, John.
But the dirt on his hands show up just fine. That's kind of the weird thing, right? The red in his skin won't get picked up by the camera, but his hands being filthy is okay.
Put my arm
What
next to
do
my
cheekbones like that even mean?
Because she.
What's that? Sorry.
What do cheekbones like an ethnicity even mean? Because you have cheekbones like a Cherokee. Like, what's that even mean?
Well, to be fair, son, not to sound racist or anything, but I mean, there are certain physical characteristics. Like up here, the Cree have very distinct, it's the typical, he's got his, I don't know. He's got his native cheekbones and his native nose. And Vaughn's not white. He's pink like a piggy. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And let's move forward.
I wonder
here.
how pale his skin is like after he takes a shower, because like all that dirt on him must be a lot.
Stop right there. Take a shower. Okay.
I wonder how.
Yeah.
I wonder how black the water would be when he's done. It'd be a mud bath by the time it's over with.
Right.
I'd like to see him wring out his socks in a sink and see how dirty the water is. That's what I want to see.
He is white.
To be fair, Vaughn when kind of like taking a bath, he needs to be getting some power hose instead of shower. Just saying.
All right.
Heard, then everybody's like, "Holy shit, he really is an Indian," because it was really obvious then. Because I mean, I'm a red man, it's very obvious. Because Andrea was white, I mean, really white, and when I put my arm next to hers, there was no doubt. There was absolutely no doubt at that point, and that shut the trolls up for a while too, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey,
you want to grab the link for Cisco?
Yes, I'll get it for him.
But I've been rubbing a little bit of the black seed oil on my face and my sunburns. Now the oil, I gotta be honest with you, burns my eyes a little bit because it's kind of powerful. But it soothes the burns. It doesn't feel bad.
Well, actually, you want to rub aloe on it.
I don't have aloe. I only have the black seed. So.
Oh well.
I know. I should have went to the store and get the. I should have
got some aloe while you was out, man. I don't see Cisco. There. I see him now. There he is. I see him now.
Things in life is life is only as good as you can make it, I guess. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't get it. The world is just in a bad place, and they try to kill my boy Trump yesterday.
Yeah. What about that? That was
raving
something.
lunatic, raving lunatic on a roof.
Yeah.
Trying to snipe him.
Well, the damn media is saying he's a Republican.
A Republican who donated to a Democratic.
To the Democrats, yeah. What Republican does that?
And what's so pathetic about the donation? It was one $15 donation.
Right.
I mean, holy shit! I give you more money than that guy. Than that guy give Democrats. So
Right.
I don't know. I really don't get it. I mean, I don't know. Now Trump got the street cred now, man. He's got the felon.
Totally.
He's a convicted felon, and
Yep.
he attempted
And he's
to
been
be
shot.
Yeah. So
And somebody was saying he's got the 50 Cent thing going on now.
Yeah, you look pretty sunburnt there.
yeah, I got toasty.
Cold showers will help.
Yeah, he looks more like a red man than I do now.
I'm a red man now. Yeah, I need feather. I need to put some
You're an
feathers in my hair.
honorary Cherokee. I'll make you an honorary Cherokee, man.
Yeah, spend like
what
half
would be-
hour
what's
in the
my
cold
Indian
shower,
name?
it'll help you out.
Cisco, what would be Cisco? What's my Indian name?
Chief, what's his pants?
No,
How about my name is Smashes Trolls? How's that?
Yeah,
Beats Trolls with Hammer. That's a good Indian name. Beats Trolls with Hammers.
Beats trolls with hammers. There you go. Okay. There you go,
Troll
man.
code.
That'll do it. But yeah, man, they shot at Trump, and and remember, folks, I said well in advance. There's only one
I'm
person.
gonna make a John was right video because I was calling for it. I was saying they're not gonna stop with just him being convicted as a criminal. They're gonna try to.
They're going to kill him. Yeah,
They're gonna kill his ass.
Well, the thing of it is,
John was right. Number two.
Yeah, there you go.
At least
John was right. But the thing of it is, I'm the only one, as far as I know, I'm the only one that brought up the fact that Donald John Trump is the only one. He's the only one that is dissed the Clintons and is still breathing. Everybody else is dead. Even the kids. There was two young boys. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. There was two young boys that heckled Bill and Hillary Clinton at a live rally. About a month later, I think it was, those two boys were found dead next to a set of railroad tracks. Okay, so even children are not exempt from the Clintons. They'll kill you no matter who the fuck you are. If you heckle them, if you disparage them in any way, they will kill your fucking ass. Okay, but yet Donald Trump is the only one.
Had such a bloodlust.
They do. Well, that's demonic. That's what it is. It's demonic. Even some lefties are now saying it might be demonic. I thought, wow, impressive. But it was, yeah, I mean, Trump's the only one. He's the only one that's dissed the Clintons, and he's still breathing. Everybody else is dead. John Denver's dead. Sonny Bono's dead. Ben Foster's dead. Seth Rich is dead, and on and on and on. Clinton's dead friends list. I mean, go Google it, folks. And there's a lot of names that are on the list that aren't on the list, like John Denver. John Denver, for example. John Denver publicly humiliated Hillary Clinton and Tipper Gore. Publicly humiliated them. Well, about a month later or so or whatever, John Denver dies in a mysterious plane crash. Wow, what a shock, right? Yeah.
John Denver died in like the early 90s.
Tipper Gore. What happened was they tried to say his song Rocky Mountain High was about drugs when it wasn't. And they were trying to do.
Welcome, Wilson. Yeah, so the John Denver Hillary Clinton connection, and apparently now he is suggesting that the Clintons got this young guy to get wear a Demo Ranch T-shirt, go get the local store, get a ladder, and climb up on the roof and try to shoot Trump. Apparently, I guess. But
okay, so like John Denver's dead, Frank Zappa's dead. Why did D. Snyder get a pass?
They just haven't got him yet. He'll die someday, Wilson. Vaughn will be
I was thinking of all the women who accused him of accused Bill of sexual harassment are also still alive. But
yeah,
and yet he took out Sonny Bono.
Yeah, well, that's self-explanatory. They had to take him out. Wasn't that a ski accident, quote unquote?
It indeed was. Apparently, if you believe what they say.
Right. And you notice twice at least I've heard them use the phrase they shot. They shot. Not, this guy shot. They shot him. They got him. They
Secret
tried to get him,
Service
folks.
wasn't-
Go
I
ahead.
guess Secret Service wasn't in on that plot, which would be the main people.
Oh,
that
God, if there was a
that-
plot, they'd have to be in on it. God, I could never seen a more incompetent fucking. Anyways, that's a whole nother discussion. Let's see what the big minds have to say about it here. I'm sure they've got it all worked out.
Yes, him, and he threw it right back at them. And then you got D. Schneider and Frank Zappa and all these rock and rollers come out. Hey, man, this guy's as square as can be. Isn't it funny though? He was a total square. No drugs, no alcohol, no carousing, no womanizing, no nothing. I mean, he was literally a fucking square. But if you go read about John Denver today, what do you see? Oh, he was a womanizer. He was an alcoholic. He was a drug user. And I'm like, you lying fucks. He was none of
They
that.
like to demonize. They like to demonize.
They
people's
demonized
character.
him, yeah. Because why? Because he went after he exposed Hillary Clinton and Tipper Gore as fucking liars, and they didn't like it, so they demonized him all over the fucking internet.
So true. So true.
Yeah,
It's true.
Bill Cosby. They demonized Bill Cosby when he told them not to go with the Bolshevik plan and to start being young men and good husbands and taking care of your wives and shit. Oh, well, we don't like that message, so we'll say Bill Cosby is a womanizer and that he was slipping Mickeys in some dive bar somewhere.
Yeah, they really did demonize that Bill Clinton.
Well,
Bill Cosby. They really did
Bill Cosby.
wrong,
Bill
man.
Cosby. Well, listen, think about this, okay? Bill Cosby was a multi-billionaire. I mean, from good time or not good times, but what was Bill Cosby's the Cosby Show,
God.
the Cosby Show,
Yeah, the Cosby Show.
the Cosby Show, and his live performances and all this shit that Bill Cosby was a billionaire. Why in the fuck would he be in some dive bar somewhere, slipping a Mickey in a floozy's drink when he could be sleeping with multi-millionaire women? He could be sleeping with supermodels, but he's in some dive bar somewhere, slipping a Mickey in some chick's drink. No, bullshit. That's bullshit. Use your brain, folks. Come on, use your fucking brain. Man was a multi-billionaire. He could have any woman he wanted. He would be dating supermodels. But he's fucking in a dive motel, slipping a Mickey in somebody's drink. Bullshit. That's a fucking lie. But see, that's where discernment comes in. That's where using your fucking brain comes in. Okay? You have to think about the situation as it is, because they're going to lie out their ass about these people, okay? People that want to do right, people that are trying to break out of the system, like Michael Jackson, like Bill Cosby, people that say, hey, wait a minute, I'm not down with the Bolshevik bullshit, okay? That needs to be a thing. Bolshevik bullshit. I think I'll make a t-shirt out of that.
BB.
I'm gonna make a t-shirt out of that. Bolshevik bullshit. That's gonna be that's gonna be a t-shirt. It might even sell. You never know. It might fucking sell.
That's a good shirt. Yeah, let's do it.
That sounds like a good shirt. I think I'll make that into a shirt. That
So
sounds
how was
like
your vacation?
Huh?
How was John's vacation?
Yeah, how was your
What
vacation?
happened?
How was your vacation?
Oh, my vacation was horrible.
Good.
Was it?
It was the worst. It was the worst that it could ever turn out to be. You couldn't.
Well, it was extremely hot.
You couldn't plan a vacation even more worse than what it was.
Well, it was extremely hot. That was part of the
What
problem.
cities did you go to?
We went to.
Oh, this is read a room, Cisco. Read what the hell are you doing? Who wants to hear this shit? Cisco did come in here. I don't know what happened to him. He dropped out pretty quick, but God damn it, Cisco. Don't wreck the vibe. We were on a good conspiracy vibe. And now here we are. Now, Hogtie, I know you are somewhat of a wordsmith. Is more worse a proper phrase? Because I'm not aware of. I just thought if it's worse, I don't know how it could be more worse.
It's somehow more worser.
Yeah, like more better. You can make something better, but then you can make it more better, right? I don't know.
Sure.
I got a souvenir right
No
here.
better
We went
boobs.
to Ocean City,
Oh, and I
Ocean
did-
City, Maryland. Very beautiful city. Ocean City, Maryland. is a long strip of land between the water, on both sides. Well, one side is like really like for fishing, like docks, and the other side is the beach. Beautiful, beautiful, good food, wonderful, wonderful
Why is that
weather.
bad? Why is that a bad thing? It sounds
Well,
great.
I mean, I don't want to get into it on the air because the trolls will just use it to belittle me and hate on me. But I'll give you the short and easy of it. I had a vacation planned for 7 days.
Right,
I ended up only going on vacation for about day and a half, 2 days, before having to come back because the situation is just too unbearable. Let me just put it that way. And a lot of stuff happening, and that's all. It just
Drama, more drama. Yeah.
personal life drama, and I can't deal with it anymore. So we came back because it was no. I had fun one day. Me and my mom had fun. We went miniature golf. We did all this wonderful things. We went swimming. Went to the pool. We went to the beach. And then I don't know. So I don't know. I don't get it. So I throw my hands up and I said, I submit, I quit.
Well,
yeah,
it's all good. Everything happens for a reason. Even
everything
the
happens for a reason. I have to believe that. I have to believe
even
that.
the shitty stuff. Yeah, even the shitty stuff. Everything happens for a reason. You know, I did. You know, this whole thing about Trump. All right. You know, if you know Q, what has Q always said? Oh, it's just a movie. It's not real. What and then what does Q said? Yeah, Q said always said, "Oh, it's just a movie. It's not real." Well, I don't know. The assassination on Trump looked pretty fucking real to me, and you know. And now we've got at least 1 dead and 2 wounded, and we got a.
Oh yeah, he killed someone in the crowd, right?
Yeah, someone in the crowd. Yeah, there was an EMT that just happened to be there, and he went rushing up to him, and he said, "My God, there's brain matter all over the ground." It's like, well, you know. That's you know,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, there's nothing you can do. I mean,
yeah, Trump got off lucky. I guess he got a piece of his ear. And
a piece of his ear got shot
he got
off.
extremely
Yeah,
lucky. Like if
he
his head
got
was
lucky.
pointed in any other direction, we'd be
Well,
looking at something
that's
different.
the thing. Trump turned his head at just the right moment, and instead of hitting him dead on, it hit him in the ear.
We got Lono out. We got some troll out there. He says, "You guys are buying that garbage? Come on!" You can see he slapped some ketchup on his ear. Ketchup?
I don't know. I don't.
I think the problem with you got tomatoes for brains.
Well, the problem is that you know, it was not staged. You know, now
the funny, I just want to point this out. Like, I'm not a conspiracy guy, and I'm not going to go on though. But I can totally see with this Trump thing how multiple conspiracies could come out, because guaranteed, flip the script. If this was Joe Biden at a rally, and this happened, and he just by coincidence gets nicked in the ear, which we never actually see him get hit in the ear. He just goes down and comes up and has blood on the side of his face, and then that photograph, the iconic, that's going to be in history books of like Trump fist pumping the air with the American flag. All that's missing is a fucking eagle flying in the background with like apple pie in its fucking talons or some shit. Guaranteed these fucking knuckleheads will right now be doing a stream talking about it's them. They set it up to fucking energize the base. That's totally, they would be running. This is perfect. This is just perfect for like conspiracy theories, but now, no, it's real. There's no way. Which, you know, it's funny when the visors are off, how they can see clearly.
Well, you had brought up the whole thing about the guy from the guy that tried to assassinate Trump, like he was wearing a Demolition Ranch shirt.
Right.
The guy that runs that channel, he openly came out and said, I completely disavow this person. I think he got what he got.
Mm-hmm.
But
well,
fuck me, like
going back to the Clintons, I thought it was worth mentioning the Senate hearing that he's talking about where John Denver, you know, allegedly pissed everybody off. It was Tipper Gore and Al Gore with James Baker and his wife. Hold up, I just looked it up. I think Sally Baker.
Tammy Faye. Tammy Faye.
No, not those bakers.
Oh,
It's a Republican senator.
not the religious bakers, the political bakers. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, Pam. Sorry, Pam Baker. So the Clintons weren't even in Senate at that time. They were still in Arkansas.
Yeah.
No, it was Hillary and Tipper about the
censorship shit. I'm pretty sure I thought Hillary was on that panel. I know Tipper Gore headed it, but who the fuck knows? I mean, who cares? Vaughn's full of shit. It doesn't. I see the point being made. If Hillary wasn't there or involved, I'm pretty confident she didn't arrange John Denver to be an alcoholic and like smash his plane into the side of a mountain either. But you know. Anyways,
now having said that,
I would like to ask Hog Tie. You're once again a very intelligent person. Is J-Dubs not like the textbook definition of a sycophant?
Oh, I don't know. Like, there's sometimes like he's definitely a sycophant. He's always a Klingon, right? He's always a follower. Remember like how he was like, remember Jabba, and then that little that little gremlin character. But Jabba the Hutt was Brett Keane, right? Like J-Dubs. Hey, what do you want to do, Spike? What do you want to do? Right? He's always that guy. But when it comes to Vonhelton, I think even Jacobs recognizes how Vonhelton is just a dipshit loser. And I think a lot of times Jacobs is just kind of whining. Like a lot of times he kind of plays into what can I say that just pushes Vonhelton's buttons so he goes off on a tear. I don't know. What do you think of that?
well, I think he just wants Vaughn on panel because he can put his name in the title and get views. Because he knows damn well you get like 22 views if it's just J-Dubs, if he's lucky.
22 views.
No, I mean, really, go look at his actual like YouTube channel where it's just him, like, blessings and love to everybody. I don't want any hate. He does that whole fucking spiel. And then,
stream in the sky.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah. The say goodbye. I'll see you on the other side. I'm all done. But yeah, I mean, nobody cares. Like, he gets like 12 views. Not that it matters, but I mean, that I just know that's the reason. It's the same way with Brett Keane when he was friendly with Vaughn, right? It was just put his name in the title and get people to come and fuck with Vaughn. But I digress.
Yeah.
Like even during the breakup, like when it was just like J-Dubs and like Sammy.
Yeah, nobody cares.
And, yeah, nobody gives a shit. You don't have trolls, J-Dubs.
No one cares enough. And Sammy, like, just nobody gives a fuck. Nobody even trolls Sammy at all. They're just like, no, we don't even. So uninteresting.
Which is so funny because like, Sammy, of all people, would be the easiest person to troll just to get an immediate reaction.
Yeah, I mean, he's high strung, but I do think he's a few notches higher than Vaughn in the self-awareness thing. He might actually not feed it that just because of that. But no, I hear what you're saying. He's pretty high octane when he gets strung up.
Could have been from the Secret Service knocking him down and
Sammy is
putting him on the ground, and the podium could have grabbed his cheek. But his ear, no. A chunk is literally gone from his ear, dude. In fact, somebody got a still how the fuck they got this still picture, I do not know. But you could they got a still picture
because it's a setup on
flying off.
That's how they got it
of Trump's ear.
They shot all those pictures before in a studio before it even happened, Vaughn.
And it had to have been that piece of skin. It had to be. That's the only thing I can figure. And how the fuck people get pictures that good, I do not know. There's a picture of Trump, down like this after he'd been shot, and he's got the blood dripping down. How they get these pictures, I do not know, but they do a damn good job of it. But anyway, of course, you got Zoom on most mobile devices these days, so I guess that's how. But you could see that the still picture they got, you could see something flying off of his ear. It was most likely that piece of skin. Thankfully, though, we've got modern science and they can regrow. We can actually regrow cartilage now. Do you know that? It's true. We can actually regrow cartilage and they can make it to where that it'd be like nothing ever happened. It'd be great. But Trump turned his head, just happened to turn his head at just the right angle. And the bullet, instead of hitting him dead on, it hit him in the ear. And it had to been the gods intervening. That's the only thing I can figure because he turned his head at just the right moment. And you know, now you say, well, why did he turn his head? Well, if you remember, he was talking about that chart on they had displayed up on the monitor, and that's what caused him to turn his head. And he turned his head, buddy, just at the right time too. And it was a good thing he did, because had he had his head where it was supposedly where it was originally, he would have got dead on. The shooter would have got him dead on. And he turned his head because they were talking about that that chart up there, and that's what saved him, most likely. The providence of the gods of creation saved him, buddy. So yeah, but it's not. This is not now. January 6th was staged. We know this because there was water bottles everywhere. There was blue tape on the ground to show them where to stand. The tear gas was completely fake. One guy took the tear gas and blew it right in his face, and he's like, yeah, it's not real. So I mean, you know, that was a setup. But this, you know, I don't know. I have to say at this point it's real, because I mean, you know, Q is the one saying everything's a movie. Q is the one saying everything's fake. Well, this ain't fake. I don't believe. And you know, try
if only
telling it
JFK had turned his head at the right moment.
civilian and that was sitting behind Trump, because I'm pretty sure they don't think it's fake. So, you know, that's where we're at on that. But
you know, I love all this stuff I see. You know, of course, within the first hour of this happening, Facebook was rife with memes of Jesus, you know, standing with him at the podium and an angel on his shoulder, and people are going on that Trump is ordained and this is proof that he's blah, 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 whatever. Okay. And people want to believe that. They're free to believe what they want. But I mean, how it's, you know, we always forget that, you know, a guy died, like a firefighter attending the rally, covered his family and died. 2 people were put into the hospital. I mean, I guess fuck those guys, the gods of creation. Like, fuck them.
You know,
I think the question that be asked is like, why would Vaughn's gods like save Trump at the last minute? Because hasn't Vaughn been shitting on Trump for like the last?
Yeah, he's supposed to be some Epstein
6 months?
Island. Yeah, I guess they save pedos. Well, they're saving Vaughn, so I guess yeah.
Asked me on Skype. He says, "Are you gonna go back to supporting Trump?" Well, if here's my thing on Trump, and I hope somebody is listening. If Trump would publicly apologize for his involvement in Operation Warp Speed and just get behind a podium and said, hey, man, you know, Bill Gates lied to me. Anthony Fauci lied to me. I trusted them. I thought they were telling me the truth. I'd buy it. I'd fucking buy it right now. Problem is, he won't do it. He won't fucking do it. And it's nerve-wracking. Why won't he get behind a podium and say, yeah, Bill Gates is a fucking mass murderer, which we know now because we've got the records from all the other vaccines he gave to the Africans, slaughtered people by the millions. Literally, Bill Gates has slaughtered millions of Africans. Not one peep out of Trump. Why? Why? Bill Gates has slaughtered millions of Indians. Indians as in people from India, by the way. Not, you know, red dots, not feathers. You got to clarify.
Christ
that
alive.
But anyways, but yeah, so you know, why won't Trump do it? All Trump has to do is get behind a podium and say, look, man, you know, Bill Gates and Anthony Fauci are scumbags. They beguiled me. They misled me, which is probably true. Fuck, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. If Trump would get behind a podium and say, look, Bill Gates and Anthony Fauci are lying sacks of shit. They deceived me. They manipulated me. I'd buy it right now. I would buy it fucking right now. The problem is Trump to date has not done that. But if he would do it, I'd buy it. I'd be okay.
It's so funny. I just, as soon as you were talking about it, I got a text message from the Trump campaign saying, Trump never surrenders. I will always love you. Unity, peace, and MAGA. Okay. Unity, peace, MAGA. I will always love you.
Well, man, I will always.
That's a nice little text message.
That's actually a
we
song.
know J-Dubs wears the same shirt. Does he wear the same boxers for days on end too?
Oh shit! Who said it?
Oh, he took it from the song, you say?
Yeah, that's a song. and I will always love
Yes, Dolly
you.
Parton, Bob. We all know that.
Oh yeah, that's Dean
It's not Diana Ross. Who the fuck is it? God damn it!
What the fucking Canadian
Celine
bitch? What's her
Dion.
name?
Celine Dion. Celine
There
Dion.
you go.
Yeah.
I said Penelope Mills.
It's
Celine Dion.
it's
So if he calls out Bill Gates, you forgive him for.
Yes, Dolly Parton wrote it and performed it, and then Whitney Houston did it.
Whitney Houston. Oh, heaven
And
help us
probably
all.
a long line of people. But Celine Dion probably did sing it at some point on stage. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, they're idiots. What can you say?
Groping children on his buddy Epstein Island's island. You know what? It be repentance. You know, first step towards repentance is asking
Is
for
admission. Admit that you're wrong. Admit that you fucked up. Admit that you were beguiled by these people, like the Clintons, like Epstein. That's the first step in getting fixed, getting the problem solved. You know, now, yes, there are 2 court cases out there, the Ghislaine Maxwell case and the Lee case, where, you know, according to state's evidence, he was inappropriate with 2 minor girls. You know, that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. But again, could he have been maligned? Could he have been manipulated? Could he have been put in a compromising situation that he had no fucking knowledge of? Maybe. We don't know. And he won't fucking talk about it. He won't get behind a podium and say, look, man, these people deceived my ass. If he would do that, that would go a long fucking way of fixing shit. But he won't do it. So, what do you want me to say?
Oh wow, there's there's a lot of people. I've been watching. I watch TikTok. I watch X. I watch a lot of these social media sites, and so many people are cheering on this guy that tried to kill Trump. They're saying he's a hero. The governor of Pennsylvania just put something out saying that the guy that tried to kill Trump is a hero. I mean, why would you? I don't. These people are sick. Trump derangement syndrome makes people sick.
This guy's an idiot. What if they tried to shoot him?
It's almost as bad as Von derangement syndrome. Now I understand you got these people out there, these trolls that just hang on every word of yours. They troll you for 20, 30, 25 years, 30 years. I mean, these people are sick. Saying that the guy that tried to
30
kill
years.
Trump is a hero. Come on, man. You trolls out there, you haters need to get a fucking life, man. Get over your TDS, get over your VDS, and move on with your life.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
If child groping is so bad, dude, then why don't you call out Democrats that want to legalize it? They're the party of pedophiles. Democrats love pedophilia.
Bill
Pedophiles.
Clinton.
They're the
Okay,
party of
hold on.
pedophiles.
Okay, hold on. Bill Clinton.
And I got to turn over my fish. My fish are cooking.
Yeah, don't burn your fish. Listen, Bill Clinton was at Epstein Island 27 times. So where's your video about Bill Clinton? 27 times. And this is confirmed. This is not Vonhelton's opinion. This is confirmed with actual fucking documents. Bill Clinton was at Epstein Island 27 fucking times. So where's your video on that? Let me see it. Give me a link. Pop a link in there. Let me see your fucking video on Bill Clinton being at Epstein Island 27 times. Let me see it. Now, am I saying that Trump's an angel? Of course not. Fuck no.
The same amount of times.
But maybe he was put in a compromise. I mean, there's a reason why Trump never mentions Bill Gates' name. Never. He never mentions it. And there's a reason for that. Okay? And it's probably because Bill Clinton. It's probably because Bill Gates is probably trying to do dirt on him. That's the only thing I can come up with. I mean, why else? I mean, like I said, Bill Gates has killed billions of people altogether, I'd say. At least millions of Africans and Indians. Remember, folks, India is 5 billion people. Billion with a B. 5 billion. That's a lot of people. Okay?
What?
So, I mean, when you're killing that many fucking people,
folks, I mean, these numbers take them all green. Well, he's going to say all kinds of crazy stuff. I can't stop for every crazy thing, but of course, it's not 5 billion people in India, and it's you just got. It's the shit abyss. Stand at its boundary, but never beyond. Don't cross the threshold. It'll suck you in. It's, what can I say?
People with fake vaccines and shit. There's only one answer. You're a fucking mass murderer and a megalomaniac. So why won't Trump get behind a fucking podium and say so? Well, there's got to be a reason. There's got to be. There's got to be a fucking reason why he won't do that. I don't know what it is. I'd love to know. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. But there's got to be a reason.
There's a reason for everything, right? Everything
There's a
happens
reason for everything. Yeah. Coincidence is something that, you believe.
Children believe in. Children believe in coincidences.
Well, children and trolls. Children and
Right.
trolls. And for children it's probably viable because kids tend to be fantastical. They want to believe in fantasy. They want to believe in supernatural shit, and some of that supernatural is real, but some of it's fake as a $3 bill. But they want to believe in it. It's just like the Doctor Strange movie. I mean, when I get out here and I practice magic, is there orange rings around my fucking wrists? Of course not. Why did they do that? They did that for emphasis. They did that to show you that Trump, what the fuck? They did that to show you that Doctor Strange was doing something, and so the orange.
Oh, this is funny. Socialist withdrawal endorsement of AOC. Oh, even the socialists can't stand AOC anymore, huh? They're throwing her to the curb. That's funny.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I just read that. All right, let me check. I flipped the fish over. Let me check on it.
Yeah. Why don't you just put it in the oven? Just put it in the oven for 425. Throw it in there for 30 minutes, and it's done. Don't have to worry about flipping it either, unless you just want to. Put that Gordon's fish in the oven for 30 minutes. Comes out perfect every fucking time, man. It's great.
See, Vaughn likes his fish crispy on one side. The other side he likes more like gummy. So because he doesn't have teeth, right? So that works for him.
After watching this guy cook a steak, no.
I'm more wondering why Candace doesn't put some pants on.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. But
he doesn't have time to put on pants. He's too busy working.
He's too busy.
Pan, a
I
shallow
guess he doesn't
pan,
have time to change
line
shirt
it
or
with aluminum
drawers either.
foil. Put your fish on there. By the way, that sounds damn good right about now. So I think I'll go get me some fucking Gordon's fish. Hang on a sec. I'll be right back too.
Secular, did you see that we've got a reinvention of the potato story?
Yes, I covered that earlier. Yeah, we got the new series of events. Apparently, it was Ronnie Ray Frost changed the water lines around, and
Hey, put them in backwards.
God, look how long they are, man. I just keep advancing.
I was about to ask how long this is going to be.
This is the content they provide. Oh, they're both sitting down at the same time. Okay, here we go, folks. We got the fish.
All right. Oh, it looks good, John.
Oh,
yeah, it looks good.
Two big pieces of salmon.
Oh yeah. Now that doesn't look like Gordon.
Something different. I always get Gordon, so this time I just got salmon.
Oh, you got salmon, Mm-hmm.
But I like Gordons, but I can't eat Gordons literally every day. So
you're not supposed to do that. But I mean, I put some Gordons in there because you made me hungry. So I put some Gordons in there. It's all your fault.
Yeah, that's good. I'm promoting Gordon. Send me a check.
Yeah, send him a check. Gordon.
So I'm assuming that Gordon's is a brand like Highliner or whatever of frozen fish.
Yeah.
So J-Dubs is actually like, I couldn't do the Gordons today, so I had to settle for like actually cooking salmon. Fillets of salmon. Oh, geez, that's tough.
Just soak in that fucking hairline.
Yeah, that's he's going pretty Cobra there.
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks like fucking Josh.
We're getting close.
And send me one too, because I support you too. But anyway, I put me some rally fries in there and some Gordon's fish in there. And so 10 after, I got to get the fries out. And then about 15, 20 after, I get the fish out. Because I like my fish to be crispy. I don't like my fish being soggy. Fuck that. I like crispy fish.
I
Not
like
soggy.
crispy fish myself, man.
Yeah, I don't like it soggy. That's not good. Probably not safe for you either. You never know because it might be raw. You don't want to eat raw anything. I want to make sure meat is thoroughly cooked, folks.
Absolutely. So how's it been, Vaughn? I haven't talked to you in a few days. How's everything? How's life?
Well, everything's going all right. I'm working on the well, hell, let me
I've been working on the railroad all day.
all day. Yeah. Well, let me move this over there, and I'll bring up my shit, and I'll just fucking show you. Simple as that. Yes. Oh well. Whatever it is, it's gone after a little while. Oh, and it's a place to take. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. But we're going to, I think, at least on the side that's got the path to the vault, I should have enough overhang where I can have an overhang with the path on it, and everything will be fine.
Oh God. It's almost as painful as the foam plane videos. Like, it's like, why does he think anybody gives a fuck about this content? Like,
I think
nobody
the dogs
cares.
are running in. Hang on a second.
Well, okay, so I know that Father Jay had addressed this. Me personally, like, why does Gladiator need a sequel?
Right.
Like, it's been 24 years. Why do we need a Gladiator 2?
I don't know. I have no idea. Kind of came out of the blue at me.
I get that. Yeah, I think that, casting Denzel Washington as a Roman emperor is funny. I'm sure it'll be entertaining, but like, does Ridley Scott need a house payment?
I don't know. I have no idea. Is this just a random musing? Are you tying this back around to Vonhelton, or is it...
Oh no! Like Vonhelton went on this whole tirade about how he's a historian and an archaeologist.
Right.
Yeah, there were no black people in Greece.
Well, that's a good point. Now, Vaughn's version of history might be a little different because he's got white people here before the Indians and black people. And the Indians, or I should say the indigenous people, well, they're not indigenous in his world. So what would be called the First Nations people, the natives of this land, are not actually natives because they came in and killed all the white people and black people. So what happens in Greece, I have no idea. Maybe in Vaughn's world, who knows? Who the fuck knows?
I highly doubt that you miss me. I highly doubt that you care. If I had a guess, you wouldn't even piss on me if I was on fire.
Nobody would.
Not trying to be mean. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah, you just don't know you. We don't know you. I mean, for all we know, you could be a troll. Right? You could be a YouTube troll. We don't know. We have no idea. You could be a YouTube troll for all we know.
So yeah, it is what it is.
To be fair, if I saw J-Dubs running down the street on fire, I would definitely throw my bottle of bourbon at him to put him out.
God made the world the way it is, and I got to live with it. So what's the verdict on the speed test? What do we got here?
915 up and 502 down. So the down's a little low. Now that's Berberville. I can change it to Columbus, Ohio, and I'll get a different result, obviously.
Let's take a look at this one.
We'll take a look at Ohio. For some reason,
I'm about my internet's about, what is it, 500 up, 500 down, or some shit like that. I don't even know.
Okay, this is People's Rural Telephone Co-op in McKee, Kentucky. That's not good. Holy shit. But the upload's fucking excellent.
Well, my upload's actually not doing too good, and it said 300. My download is fucked. It's at 300, and my upload's even more fucked. It's saying 50.
So these guys who are aspiring multimedia fucking you know, social media. They think they're on the cutting edge. They're reporting the news. Their boy Trump just had an assassination attempt. They fire up a live the next day, and this is what they spend their time doing. And they wonder why they can't succeed. Like, this is boring as fuck.
Why is Vaughn doing a speed test for Columbus, Ohio?
I don't know. I'm trying to see the different speeds, how he's getting screwed, how the man's screwing him, I guess.
485.
Right.
I don't know what.
It definitely does matter. Well, I appreciate that you believe my life matters. I really do.
Right.
Spectrum. There we go. Damn.
Life is the way
This is
it
what they're
is.
like. This is going on and on. Look at this shit. What are they doing?
If it weren't for the trolls, Vaughn would be raking in like millions of views.
Oh yeah. Of course, he's shadow banned because, you know, of course, wouldn't be that like people just don't give a fuck about this kind of content. Like, this is
George Bush Sr., John Kerry, and all them motherfuckers.
Here we
So
go. Let's get him worked up.
So I'm looking at the biography on the Wikipedia page.
Uh-huh.
The guy was born in Africa.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he was born in what we call today as Liberia, but he's not a Negro, as you can see by his statue. He's clearly a Caucasian gentleman. I mean,
yeah.
Just because he's born in Africa doesn't make him a Negro.
Look, the statue's white. Obviously, he's a white dude. Look at the statue.
Bro, I mean,
Because statues don't fade into
does
their
that look,
original
does that look like a Negro
No,
to
he's
you?
not a black
I mean,
man.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
to me,
clearly-
that doesn't
he's
look
clearly
like
a black man.
to me, that looks like a white guy.
He's clearly a white man. Yeah, he's clearly a white man. But see, that's what they do. They start a bunch of shit, man. They do that on purpose. They do it on purpose, and it makes me mad. And I guarantee I'm not the only historian that's going to be bitching about this shit. Guaranteed. I guarantee. I'm not going to be the only one bitching about it. Okay, so don't start on me, fucking trolls, because I'm not the only historian that's going to be bitching about this. Okay. When you're trying to do a movie, what's the first thing you want to do? You want to suspend your disbelief. Okay, well, having a black man as a fucking emperor in either Greece or Rome is going to just totally throw that shit right out the motherfucking window. Because the first thing your brain is going to say, hey, wait a minute, the emperor was not black. That's going to be the first thing that comes in your fucking mind. If you got any sense to you.
So it says here in the Wikipedia, he's Italic and Punic ancestry. So he's a Dago. He's a Spickaroony. I don't understand. I don't get it. So I mean,
because he would be Italian, J-Dubs. You
shit, John.
dense.
That's what they want to start shit.
I don't get it.
They want to start a bunch of shit, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I wanted to go see the Wild West movie. I used to watch Wild West on TV as a kid. I loved that show. It was great. I go to see the fucking trailer, and it's a fucking fuck the black comedian. Fuck, help me.
Will Smith?
What the fuck you talking about?
At Wild Wild West. It was.
Oh, Will Smith.
Will Smith. Thank you. Now I don't hate Will Smith. I like Will Smith. Will Smith was great in Independence Day. So it's not about hating on Will Smith. It's the fact that if you're going to do a thing, especially something that's got some history to it or some backstory to it, don't fuck with it. Well, Mr. West was a Secret Service man back in the days of Pinkerton and the Old West, okay? And he was a fucking smartass, and he was fucking awesome, and it was a great goddamn show.
Seppius Servius, however the fuck you say his name, was not a Berber, okay? You fucking moron, Dingleberry. He wasn't a Berber. It says down here that he's a fucking greasy Dago. Let me pull that up. He was born of Italic and Punic ancestry. Italic, meaning from
He's
Italy.
Italian. He's white.
Italian.
He's white, motherfucker. He's white. White as a
Is he
driven
gonna say what
motherfucking
Punic
stove.
means?
You goddamn Hollywood motherfuckers. Fuck you, Hollywood. For lying to people, for deceiving people. Fuck you. Fuck you, sideways. I mean, this is bullshit. I hate that fucking shit, man. I do. It's like fingers on chalkboard. It should be to any historian. Any historian should be outraged by this. Okay? This revisionist history. Oh, we gotta make every motherfucker in the goddamn history black. What the fuck for? Why? Why we gotta do that? So we can kiss somebody's ass? Is that why we're doing it? That's a bunch of shit. It makes
Looks like me.
that is a white boy.
When I grow my hair out, my hair is wavy like this, and my beard is wavy like that. It looks just like me. Looks just like me.
No,
that
it doesn't.
Looks just like me.
That is a white boy. That ain't no black
That
man.
man has a hairline, J-Dubs.
That's not no black man.
That ain't no black man. That's a white boy. That is a white boy.
Matter of fact, I'll pull up a picture right now. I'm pulling up a picture of my white ass. When I got a picture of me when I used to live with Will. I'll pull it up. Will sent this to me. He says this is a picture we took 4 years ago. So this is me 4 years ago. This is what I look like 4 years ago. That's the same type of hairstyle. Wavy, little curly in it.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's the same type of hairstyle.
Not even Vaughn's buying it. He's like, still not really looking like that guy at all. J-Dubs.
That was back when J-Dubs was still Jewish.
Right. Well, he still is, but he's just an undercover Jew. He's a Jerusalem. That's the difference.
Wavy.
That ain't no black man. That's for damn sure.
If he was a black man, his nose would be as long as a football field. It looked like someone hit him in the face with a book.
Well,
black people's skulls are fucking diagonal.
The skull is shaped differently. Correct. The skull is shaped differently.
White people, their skulls are like they're up and down straight. Black people, they have like a fucking weird fucking.
The jaw is more extended. Yeah, the jaw.
Look at that fucking extended profile of J-Dubs' fucking head.
People are gonna say, John, you're gonna be racist when you say this, but no offense. Kind of like how a gorilla look. I mean, like kind of like
skeleton. Well, not necessarily a gorilla, but skeletons are different between whites and blacks. They are. That is documented fact. That's not being racist.
You can fucking dig up a person that lived 10,000 years ago. Well, allegedly 10,000 years ago. And you would know exactly what they were. Were they Asian? Were they white? Were they black?
You can easily, it's easy to tell by the skeleton. Absolutely.
That's why you can pull up the Kennewick man.
And he's white.
Yeah, here we go.
And say, hey, wait a minute, there was a white boy walking down.
Yeah, buddy.
The Cascadia, walking down Cascadia, and he got jumped by a couple of red guys. You know,
yeah, buddy.
Hey, why did he have a
he
fucking
literally
arrow?
did. And according to the facts, he had arrowheads lodged in his bones where they shot him with bow and arrow. Okay, so they murdered him. He was murdered. He was a white man in America during the time that the Indians were coming over here. And he was murdered in cold blood, as were many, many other whites and black. And there were black folk living here, too, in South America. Okay, they slaughtered them, too. They didn't just kill white men. They killed black men, too. Okay, so let's be clear on that shit. The so-called red man came across the Bering Straits of Russia, came through Alaska, and just slaughtered everybody. Everybody in Canada, everybody in North America, everybody in Central America, everybody in South America. Haven't you ever wondered where the fuck they got all them human sacrifice bodies from? Now you know, right? Because there was white folk here and black folk here before they ever even come here. And I'm saying this as somebody that's part Native American myself, okay? Because I believe in telling the fucking truth, not telling people a bunch of goddamn lies. I don't believe in that shit.
They did a.
He's only part Native American now,
folks. When they make the marble statue, they actually painted it. Now, what we look in a museum, we think the marble statue is all white and there's no color to it. But they can take special cameras now. This is amazing technology. They have special cameras now where they zap on the marble and they can see the paint, the colors that they use to paint the marble. This is how the marbles look under those special cameras. This is actually how they depicted themselves.
Yeah.
In those times.
I don't see a black man nowhere.
There's no Negro. There's no
fucking Negro there. Where the fuck is
what we call today sub-Saharan African. There is no sub-Saharan Africans.
No, there is not. There's not one. Not one Negro.
There's North Africans. Now, North Africans are part of the
North Africans were white.
Right.
North Africans were white.
North
Egyptians
Africans,
were white.
even Semitic people, are connected to Europeans.
Babylonians.
I hate to say, even Arabs, even fucking Arab shitskins, I call them shitskins, they're technically Caucasian.
Some of
not
them.
Indians.
Some of them.
Now Hindus, they're actually a different group. They're not Caucasian. They're on a different group. But Arabs technically are.
But yeah, man, like I said, as a historian, that's like fingernails on a chalkboard to me. Okay.
We don't like that type of James called using.
So many things that were just said there were just crazy, right? We could go in hours just talking about lots of it. But the fact he capped it off with one calling himself an historian again, listening to that ramble from J-Dubs, but talking about some other claim that's like nails on a chalkboard because he's an historian. But everything J-Dubs just said, that's all right. That all flies. It's yeah.
Racial slurs, James. We don't like those type of words on this channel. We don't call white people nasty names, please. I'll give you a warning. I'll give you a warning this time. But if you start using nasty terms, I'll get rid of you.
What, like shitskins?
Anyway, I got to go get the fish.
Go get the fish. Go get the fish. Yeah, they kind of look Irish. Yeah, well, I mean, when you really get down to it, I've talked about this before. Let me just get a picture of Europe. When you really get down to it, I mean, at the end of the day, white people are really just, I don't know how to really put it. I guess they're just technically, there's only really 3 groups of white people, if whatever you want to call it, European. Let's see if we can open this up in Paint here. This is actually a good picture of Europe here. Actually, let me put this up on my presentation here.
If he brings up his game of fucking civilization.
This is a picture of Europe. It's good. It shows some of Asia. Well, Russia's over here would be Asia. So if you really think about it, at the end of the day, it really comes down to like something like this. No, wait, I'll take that back. Something like this.
Well, no part of Asia is shown.
And this is really what it comes down to. The people that people used to live over here were Celts. Holy fuck, that's tiny. Can we blow it up a little bit? Can we get it up to fucking like 50 or something? Holy shit. The fucking text is so. Here we go. This part over here, you could say this was like Celtic peoples. So Great Britain, Ireland, Scotland, even Germany, parts of like Italy, Spain, Portugal. This is all Gaelic Irish people. Like what you think of Irish people down here. And that's really what it really comes down to. Now, with the Greek migration, and they got bigger and they broke off, and then they became Canaanites, they became Romans, Italians came from Greek people, so they're kind of now they're like the same mushy mush type of fucking thing. And then Spanish, not today. So then what happened was you have all the Mongoloids. Paint fucking sucks. I got to get something besides paint. You had Slavs move in, and present-day Germany, present-day Austria. Those are German-speaking people because that's the descendant of Germans. Even Visigoths.
I swore I heard when Vaughn got up. I know he's cooking Gordon's fish. He's busy in the kitchen, but I thought I heard like a woman's voice. I don't know if it was coming from J-Dubs or I thought maybe it was someone with a TV in the background or something, but it was just enough that it was opening the mic, and I was wondering if someone was at the door with Vaughn. But I'm sure he's getting the Gordons ready. I'm going to skip up. I know everyone's enjoying the history lesson, but
and they ruled over, but really the Gypsies, Romanians, they're shitskins. They're not from that country. So the Germans, originate. If you think about it, they originate. Oh fuck yeah, man! Oh yeah, and you put it on the bread, like I always say.
Yeah, I got
There you go.
pieces of fish.
I like that. That looks good, man. You're looking good, man.
Oh,
So that's pretty much what it comes down to. I mean, Greek people, they kind of went the Mediterranean. They kind of made colonies all over, and Greeks, they made Carthage, and then of course Rome, and then Rome and Carthage went against each other. But they're like really just Greek people. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean that's really what a European is. You're either German, Celtic, or Greek in some way. That's really the original people groups that live in Europe. If you're a Hungarian, like I was saying before, Hungarians are not original from Europe. They're Turkish invaders from the steppe country of Asia, and they came in and conquered that land of Hungary. Gypsies come in because they mix. They're Hindus that mixed with all the peoples in the Middle East, and then eventually mixed with Europeans. So gypsies are not really Europeans, but there's a lot of that Romanians. They're not really from Europe. So really, I mean, a lot of these places have been displaced. Turks, Ottoman Empire, Turkey, that used to be Greek people. Now the Muslims they came in. They came in and they conquered and slaughtered the Greek people, and they took over. It's Constantinople used to be the capital of the Roman Empire.
I actually got into an argument, John. I got into an argument with somebody.
Well, let me just finish my point.
Okay.
So actually, we complained about today about how Europe is being invaded by all these foreign invaders. But technically speaking, it's been going on for the past 2,000 years, 3,000 years. Again, all of Western Europe was Irish, all of Eastern Europe was German, and all of Southern Europe was Greek, and then slowly over time, the Germans pushed the Irish back onto the islands, back and back. And then Slavs come in. Slavs, another group, Polish, Russians, Ukrainian.
I got into
That's why Hitler said. That's why Hitler believed that really German land started from the Rhine River, the Rhine living German people. Then you had because technically there's not one German. There's not one German. There's many Germans. You have Bavarians, you have Prussians, you have Rhinish, you have Frankish, you have Danes, you have there's tons of different ethnicities of Germany, and sort of they try to unify they unified 3 times under the Holy Roman Empire with Charlemagne. They tried unifying the Second Reich with the North German Confederation that ended up being Brandenburg, and then transformed into Prussia, and then you had the Third Reich. Okay, but now today, you have this fucking tiny little German state. But they back in the day, Germany was half of France, all of the Netherlands, all of Denmark. So picture on the map. Germany used to be half of France, the right of France, Denmark, and Netherlands, and all that, Belgium, and then all the way down to Austria, all the way down to Hungary, all the way around to Poland. That being fucking most of Central Europe and Eastern Europe was Germanic. They were different German tribes. The majority being Prussian, Bavarian, Rhinish. These are the more popular. The Saxon, Anglo-Saxons. They were the most known. Okay, that's where it comes down to. Polish people don't originate in Europe. Polish people don't come from Europe. Polish people are Slavs.
And they're the only ones with a brain.
Slavs come from Asia. And then you had the Calvin Rus. That's another fucking wrench in it all. The Calvin Rus were a bunch of fucking German Vikings that ruled Russia for a few hundred years. I mean, so you got to understand history a little bit. So people, it's all whatever. It's not no place to argue. No one cares.
Yep. I saw a video the other day.
So this was all just a long fucking ramble. In conclusion, this is why I don't like people of different colors. I guess is the point. Like, I don't even know what the point of all that was. What's the argument that he's talking about? Because it started out with a bunch of racial slurs and then outraged at a black man playing, in this gladiator movie, apparently. I'm guessing.
Well, like even in Gladiator, like it was Germania, but weren't they like kind of like barbarians?
Yeah.
Well, it was such a random recounting of European history, and ignoring the Prussians, and somehow the Irish were like a third of. Oh shit, Abyss. Secular Opinion. Stop me from.
Yeah, you can't get hung up on other. The point is that whole ramble.
Look into it.
The whole ramble, this whole thing, and I've been skipping through it as well, has just been some kind of rationale to why he fucking is outraged about a black guy playing the that's all this was. This is just, it's Nutsville, folks. Anyways.
Well, before
what I found bizarre was that you'd actually skipped ahead. There was part of it. What I found weird too is there's actually part of it you're like, yeah, we get it. Let's skip ahead several minutes and see what they talk about next. No. It's still the same thing.
Yeah.
Secular Opinion, my old friend. I gotta go. I thank you so much. I very much enjoy when you give us these occasions to come in and glance at the shit abyss. But it is time for me to say my good night. Thank you very much.
Yep. Have a good night.
Take it easy. But before J-Dub's rant, Vaughn was on about Westerns, like they were the pinnacle of historical accuracy. And then they remade a Western, and that's supposed to be like just.
Yeah, don't try to make sense of it. It's just nuts.
Well, in case you didn't know, like Genghis Khan, like he was actually John Wayne.
Yeah, that's true.
Muslims tried to cross the border into Poland. The Polish military was.
Poland's doing now. They're putting pigs and pig blood all around the border. So it's not. So if you touch now, Muslims believe if you eat pig or touch pig or you smell pig or you do anything with a pig, you're going automatically to the fiery place down below.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call it? Hell? No, well, Christians call it hell. What do Muslims call it?
It's your religion, John. You should know this.
You should know you are. Jannah is heaven, and then you have.
Yeah, I love how he still refers to them as the Muslims. What do they say? Vaughn, you're the expert.
Well, Jada supposedly is.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, he's a. Yeah.
That's why he doesn't like hot dogs, apparently.
Right.
They got a name.
Oh, he eats them.
But I can't think of what it is right now.
Hold on. Hell and Islam. I got it. I'll fucking Google it.
Yeah, pull it. Do a Bill O'Reilly and do it live. Mm-hmm.
Jahanan. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know.
Gehenna?
I thought there was a different name for it.
I know this goddamn fish sandwich is pretty fucking good. I know that. Mm.
Yeah, I like a good fish sandwich.
Mm. It is awesome. Mm.
That is the pinnacle of good living right there for Vonhelton. That's all that man need. I do. If there's anything I envy of Vonhelton is his simplicity. I mean, most of that stuff was all bought at the Dollar General or whatever the hell it's called down there. And, he's got his Gordon's fish on a Wonder Bread bun with a slice of fucking a cold cheese slice. I don't think he even saw tartar sauce or anything. Fuck all. And he's happier than a pig and shit right now. He's fucking so proud of himself that he made that.
I mean,
So do you, hater? Well, once he figures out those Schwan dinners that were fisted under glass.
Yeah, it was high living. But this has got to be up there. He looks pretty content.
Believe in not eating bacon, but I don't think in Judaism do you go to hell for eating pork if you eat pork. See, in Judaism, if you eat pig, it just means you're unclean to go to the holy temple until you go in a mikvah, right? So if you touch a pig or you eat a pig, you're unclean, meaning you're not pure to go in the temple. So you go in a mikvah. A mikvah is a bathhouse. You dunk yourself in water, and then you're spiritually pure again to go to the temple. So that's kind of how Jews believe in that. But Muslims are hardcore, man. They believe that even if you touch a pig, let alone eat a pig, if you eat a pig, let alone touch a pig, you don't even go to heaven. You don't even go to heaven. So
I don't know, John. Maybe
I
go
like
ask your wife.
jalapeno poppers.
Speaking of Jews and Muslims, Brittany dumped her Jewish boyfriend.
Oh, really? Where you heard this at?
It was all over. It's all over Twitter. She dumped her Jewish boyfriend. So maybe you never know. Maybe I had a positive influence. I hope so.
Maybe you should. Maybe Vaughn should donate another $3,000.
On that
So that
note,
was
sun's
interesting. I
getting
thought that
low.
was interesting.
You'll have a good night.
Anyway, like I was saying, though.
All right, have a good one,
Muslims tried
Wilson. Thanks for dropping in.
to
All right, I'm going to watch a little bit more of this.
come across the Polish border. They were met with the Polish military. And you can imagine what happened. Because Poland, unlike the United States, isn't a bunch of fucking cowards and softies. They took the fuckers out, and rightly so. Just like you try to sneak across the border of China, what do you think is going to happen to you?
That's pretty big. Oh, so the Polish military stopped a couple of kebabs from moving over?
They stopped a bunch of them. There was a whole bunch of them trying to cross the border. Stopped them. Video's out there for anybody who wants to watch it.
Yeah, Polish people are pretty hardcore. Apparently, they voted in, but I mean, Poland has been going, unfortunately, like the rest of Europe, they've been going kind of left-leaning politicians. But hopefully that doesn't last long. Hopefully they don't give up their nationalism like the rest.
Well, explain to me.
You know, it's so funny. I was watching this Nick Fuentes video, and he went to a 4th of July fireworks to go see the fireworks for 4th of July in his city. And he said everyone in the park were a bunch of towelheads and shitskins, and no one spoke English, and no one knew what they were doing.
Damn.
And he says this funny thing. He got happy because he saw like 2 white people walking, and he's like, finally, I saw white people. Then he started speaking Polak, and he goes, oh, and he said, oh, they weren't really white at the beginning. He goes, I guess they weren't really white. I started cracking up. He said he didn't see any white people at the 4th of July celebration.
Well, I mean, that's kind of telling. I mean, what do you do with that information? You expect to, when you're in a white community, you expect to go see white folk, and there weren't any.
I mean, it's not about being racist. If I go to Morocco, I should see Morocco culture, Morocco people, Morocco architecture, Morocco clothing, right? If I go to Bangladesh, I see Bangladesh people, Bangladeshians, right? If I go to Ireland, I shouldn't walk into Dublin and see just Nigerians and Palestinians hanging out and having fun. As you go to Ireland to see Irish people. You go to America to see Americans. You go to Canada to see Canadians. It's not being mean. It's just, just the way it is.
It's just being real.
Apparently it's hateful. You can't say that.
It's just being real.
Yeah, but I think, again, without getting into a whole bunch of stuff on that, countries like the U.S. and Canada are only hundreds of years old. There's not like a culture of people. We definitely have a distinct identity in the world, but what does he mean? What is America? You come to see American? What? Jews like you, or Irish like you, or Cherokee like Vaughn? Like what do they mean? I don't get it.
Especially when you're talking about like the major cities. Of course, there would be like several different groups and ethnic groups.
Well, the whole North America pretty much is, well, all of North America is an integration of some European, whether it's Spain or it's like the French or British and Irish people, and over the years, like that's the whole thing. Like they're offended because now the tint of the crowd has changed slightly. Well, that's what you get for bringing over slaves. I'm just saying. Anyways,
I just wish I had $1 for every racial slur J-Dub's used.
Oh yeah.
I'd have almost as much money as Bond thinks he has.
Yeah.
Well, it's hateful because that hurts their agenda. That's why it's hateful. because it hurts their
You
agenda.
still doing the test, or should I take that down? You done?
Well, you can take that down for now. Yeah. Let me see if I can go in the game without showing off any any adult shit.
Oh boy, seen the big boobies?
Yes, he had them big boobies flopping all over the place, boy. I tell you, my. Anyway, let's see here, because I do need to get a measurement or two. So I figure, well, fuck. While I'm at it, I'll get me a measurement or two. And but yeah, Black Rifle will ask me on Skype if I'll start supporting Trump again. And like I said, my conditions are simple. He needs to denounce Operation Warp Speed, and he needs to publicly out Bill Gates as a mass murderer. And by the way, that's what the Gods of Freedom religion want him to do too. So there's that. And if he does those two things, I believe the gods will help him. But he's got to want to do it. He's got to do it of his own free will and volition. Can't be forced, coerced, or any of that. Got to do it of his own free will. Well, the problem is he ain't doing it. So there we are. See if I can get my damn presets to work. Don't throw me up yet. Just think, if Candace had been here, man, she would be having lots of fun. It would be a joyous time. Everything's so green and pretty. She'd be having a good time, man. Such a shame. But she had to listen to a bunch of fuckwads on YouTube, just like Andrea did, and ruin everything for her. That's awful. When you listen to fools, the mob rules. That's what Ronnie James Dio said. Shit, my fucking presets still don't fucking work. But see, level up, motherfucker.
Oh, all right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was looking at something.
You're fine.
Oh. All right, what do we got in the comment section? Oh boy, here we go. I never voted Chico Papi. Hey, Chico Papi. Papi. I never voted for Trump before, and in the upcoming election, but I have give respects. He stood up like a boss after being shot.
that one thing of him doing that, I mean, it really resonated with everybody. I mean, everybody's like, wow, you know. So
people are saying he's like Tupac now.
Yeah, well, you know,
he's got the felons, he's got the bullets, he's got the scars, you know.
Yeah, a chunk of his fucking ear's gone. So you know, it's gonna be. I mean, that unless he gets plastic surgery, he'll have that scar on his ear for life. That ain't going away. So that's
they probably sew back on a piece.
Well, like I was telling you, were gone, but like I told him while you were gone, I said, you know, they can regrow that cartilage now. It's amazing. They can literally regrow cartilage now. So, you know, who's to say they just don't grow him a new fucking earlobe, you know, and just slap the sucker on there, you know, crazy. But it can be done. It can be done, folks. It's amazing. All right. But yeah, I'm got for some reason I'm going to have to supposedly a new version of AAF has dropped, and so therefore I should be able to get my presets to work again and get my animations to work again, adult animations that is. Get those to work again, and everything should be just ducky. I don't know why it's jerking. Shouldn't be jerking at all. Jerking like a motherfucker. I guess because I'm online at the same time. doing a live at the same time, but it shouldn't be jerking. But it is. So let me get out of this. Quick save. And
Oh shit! I don't have you up on the screen.
no, you're fine. You're fine. I was just and it's like, what the hell? 2, which we just got. And what did I say, John? 3 to 5 years. Isn't that what I said?
All these athletes, man, all these athletes, these people athletes, they all drop fucking dead.
All right. I know where they're going with this, and I don't even want to risk getting flagged because I know what they're going to say. But anyways, folks, we're over 3 hours. So let's call it a night for a Tuesday. Let's put a cap on it. And I want to thank everyone coming. Thanks, Will, for joining and hanging out. And everybody
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And if you guys don't mind thumbsing
I said
it up,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you very much for thanking me, and thank you for being you, and thank you for being here. And folks, thank you. Hit the thumbs up on your way out if you don't mind. And yeah, that's it. Go home. Good night. See you. Bye.